Mega Mike the Scream King here. Welcome to my channel, Mega Mike the Movie Man. We are having a fun pregame stream for you tonight. We have our Scream 6 pregame stream. So we're here to have a good time. I hope everybody brought their drinks. We're going to go over some pregame questions, but I am not here alone. I am joined today by an amazing panel of blue tubers and collectors out there and movie enthusiasts. So let's get right into this. We got to bring out Bob. How we doing out there, Bob? You look ready to go.
Well, I got my Scream shirt. I got Ghostface here.
Oh, there you go. That's how to pregame.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I love Scream. I'm so ready for this. I can't wait. What, 4 more days?
Yeah, it's almost here, just right around the corner. So we'll start with, of course, what's your favorite scary movie, Bob?
Honest to God, it's Scream. I love Scream. It's my #1 favorite horror film. Favorite scary movie. It's perfect in every way, shape, and form. And Sydney Prescott's the best final girl ever. Hands down.
See, this is why I had to bring you out first, Bob. I'm like, I hear Bob is the biggest Scream fan out there. I have to have him on this stream, so I'm glad you were able to join in here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And then speaking of another big Scream fan out there, of course, we got Terrell in the house. How we doing, Terrell?
Thank you for having me. And I got a cup too, Bob, trying to outshine me. But bitch, yes, I got me a cup. But no, I'm here and I'm excited for the stream. I'm like, it's like surreal that like in 3 days we're all gonna be seeing Scream 6. I'm super excited. But what's my favorite scary movie? That's a hard one. I'm gonna have to go with Bambi. That's a scary movie. You know, Scream 4 reference. If you know, you know. You're a Scream fan, right, Bob? All right, so my favorite is Scream as well. I don't want to piggyback off of him. I will say Nightmare on Elm Street was the first horror movie that I watched that got me into horror. But Scream, I don't know. I've watched it so many times growing up. When I was a kid, I was Ghostface for at least like 3 or 4 years in a row. I don't know. Growing up, and I still to this day, I can rewatch this shit and be, I don't know, still entertained. I could quote the whole movie. So I have to go with Scream. 1000%.
Oh my goodness. So you guys both have the same #1 right there.
Yes.
I'm glad I got you both on the stream then. I'm
Period.
glad I got some Scream fans here. That's great.
I think you got another one in here. Her favorite scary movie is also Scream.
Who? You psychic?
Now it's between 2 choices though, and I don't know which one to pick. You're throwing me off, Bob.
I bet you it's Sue. I would vote Sue.
Yes,
absolutely.
It's Sue.
So you know what?
Yep.
I'm willing to put $100 million.
Oh, my girl,
was that the right answer? Was that the right choice?
Does this answer it for you?
Hey!
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely amazing.
Love it.
3 of the same answers in a row. Yes. Mm-hmm. For a while, it was Scream and also Halloween movies at the same time, but lately Scream has just completely taken over. It was the first horror movie I watched in theaters back in '96. I was 16 years old, and I still remember the feeling of watching it and the surprises, the twists, everything. So it's got to be #1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Numero uno.
Yep.
3 #1s of Scream. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get a 4th one going. I have no idea. Let's see. A channel debut here, by the way, everybody. A round of applause for my killer podcast in the house, Mel.
Hello.
Mel, is your #1 favorite Scream as well? Or do we get some variety finally?
I feel like I really want to say my #1 is Scream.
No, you're okay.
Wow.
You're okay. What's your true #1?
Wow, that's
The Lost
crazy.
Boys.
Okay,
Unless
there
you
we
count
go.
The Burbs as a horror movie, but it's technically not. So I'll go with The Lost Boys.
Oh, that's such a good one. That's probably my favorite vampire movie, so I'll take that absolutely.
Perfect. But thank you so much for having me on. This is exciting. I've never been here before. I'm in like a new place.
Of course. Thank you so much for joining in here. And we got one more person, last but not least, also making another channel debut tonight on mine. We got Brett Man in here. Good Real Hunting. How we doing out there?
Doing excellent. Or as Ghostface says, it's an honor to be here. So I'm very excited. I can already tell you are super cool with your love for Scream. I always love meeting new Scream fans, even though this person over here.
I know. I get to do
scares
this
me.
now.
Oh wow!
She touching me.
I'm not touching you.
She touching me.
Wow.
But favorite scary movie. Well, I hate to break this, but I like anime and musicals.
That's all right. We'll take
Yeah,
it.
He's lying.
Dead
No,
silence.
I'm lying. That's Judy Hicks, Scream 5. But my favorite scary movie, my number one, as of right now, it is Scream. But it does go back and forth between Scream and The Conjuring. I absolutely love The Conjuring movie,
one.
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll even throw an honorable mention because I love this movie, and one of my favorite podcasts came out with an episode on this movie today, and that is Your Next. Absolutely love Your
So
Next.
good. Great
Your Next
choices
is so
right
good.
there.
Mhm.
Oh, excellent. All right, so let's go with my favorite scary movie. Is it gonna be Scream? No, it's
Nope.
not gonna be Scream. But Halloween, original Halloween, of course. That's my favorite one. That got me into the horror genre, and then I later discovered all the Scream stuff. So yeah, but Scream's really good. It's in my top 25, so I'll take it.
Nice.
All right. Let's see who we got in the chat tonight. Let's see who we got here. We got Darvin in the house saying hey to everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Darvin.
We got Double Feature Podcast. Hi, everyone.
Hey, girl.
We got Fish, the film collector. Hello,
Oh,
hello,
Fish.
everyone.
Hey, Fish.
So
Fish.
excited
Hey,
for this
Fish.
Scream
Fish.
stream. All right, we got Darvin in the house. Favorite horror movie has to be House, 1977.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I still haven't seen that one. I need to
Oh,
see it.
you gotta watch that.
I
That's
believe
Yeah,
it.
that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Double Feature says you got all the diehard Scream fans on. I know this is like the dream Scream team right here. Like we're all assembled for tonight, so this is gonna be great. Fish saying, Nightmare is my fave. Yeah, Nightmare on
Excellent
Elm Street.
choice.
That's great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We got Huck in here said, let's get our scare on, party people.
Hey, Huck.
Hey, Mark.
What's up, Huck?
Double
And
Feature
Silence.
saying Dead Silence. See, I haven't seen Dead Silence yet, but I
Ooh.
pre-ordered the Scream Factory 4K. So,
Oh, I
Now
thought
I
you
think
meant
I
Dead
made a
Silence
good
earlier when
decision.
he talked.
oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
the movie.
That's why
I'm like, I think it's good, a
That's
movie
that's the
choice.
vibe I got. But
You're right. You're
I
right.
was kind
No,
of like, this is a
absolutely.
strange choice for Mika.
right?
Okay,
Right?
okay. Yeah, I was totally thinking about it
Come
wrong.
on
Yep.
now.
Mhm. All right, we got amazing Anna with the super chat, $1.99.
I love
Happy
her.
anniversary, Mega Mike. Let me be in the
Anna?
chat. You are
She's
in the
amazing.
Chat. Mhm.
Mhm.
All right, Huck
Anna.
saying, hey, Fish Darvin podcast, amazing Anna. Yep, excellent. Oh, Double Feature saying, my favorite is always a tie with Alien and Halloween 78. Yep, that's one of my
Yes.
favorites.
I love a mention of Alien.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes, yep, Terrell got the vibe.
Mhm.
Yep.
Period.
All right. So, as we get into tonight, let me go ahead and remind everybody out here to go ahead and. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. So many questions going on at the same time, but go ahead and stab that like and subscribe button. Make sure you give those super chats so you can hear the panel scream tonight. And definitely check out those memberships for some exclusive content. I will be doing a Scream 6 review this weekend. So, for my
Ooh.
members there. All right, let's get into our second question for tonight. What do you most enjoy about the Scream franchise? So just kind of a general question, just thinking about all the Scream movies together. Bob, since you're just the biggest fan here,
Mhm.
what do you most enjoy about the Scream franchise?
I have to excuse myself just 1 second.
Oh.
I grew up with Scream, so it was the first horror movie I could remember seeing in theaters.
Put on members only in the chat. So
Oh, there's Mama Blu-ray.
Suit mic is on.
Oh. I was like, what the
Yeah,
hell happened?
well, let me address that. Yeah, so I believe it is only members chat on tonight. I did want to do that to kind of prevent maybe some trolls out there for leaking some Scream 6 stuff. You never know, but I thought trolls are pretty cheap, so definitely we're not going to get any trolls tonight with it being only members only. But we will have everybody kind of available for the post game, so don't worry, that one won't be members only. But Bob, continue.
Yeah, Scream. I grew up with it, 1996. I mean, I probably watched it when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8. And, my mom was pissed. My dad let me watch horror movies. So I love Scream. The whole franchise, honestly, especially Wes Craven directing them. He's my favorite horror director of all time. And I was obsessed with Neve Campbell. Like, yeah, just ridiculously obsessed with her. Always saying, "What's your favorite scary movie?" Walking around the house doing that. So her and Julie James, yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt. But so Sidney Prescott, I'm devastated. I hope she plays like a cameo in this one or something. But everything about the Scream franchise just hits home for me, and it's fun, great kills. I love the fact that the killer's human, in that when they get shot in the head, they're dead. They don't come back to life. That is such a good thing about the Scream franchise. It sets itself apart from every other franchise because it's not just, oh, all right, knock the killer down. They, kill them, they come back. So, yeah.
All right, Terrell, what do you most enjoy about the Scream franchise?
Got you. For me, same thing, same like Bob. Bob, very similar. I watched when I was younger. It was like a whole thing I used to watch with my siblings, and my aunt used to scare the shit out of us with this movie. Like we used to watch this like over and over and over. And like I remember once I was in the shower, right, trying to all the power went out or something, the lights went out, and her ass came in there with the glow in the dark Scream mask. My ass was spooked. I could not sleep. And mind you, the girl put me in the Candyman shit, saying it 5 times. No, I was scared. So growing up with this, I used to watch it a lot. I used to like the thrill of the film. But overall, the whole franchise I love a lot because I like whodunits. This made me love whodunits. I was looking for films like this, and I like to guess who the killer is. Like watching this and like looking at every little motive, every red herring, or even not so red herrings, because sometimes little things, they try to throw you off. But I don't know, just watching it and try to guess who the killer is. I love that aspect of it. And I love that this franchise has a final girl that's a lot of people can look up to. Like, I always like badass females, like Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, my favorite show. And then to see her, Sidney Prescott, in this, like, she went up against family members, friends, all trying to kill her ass. And she's still sane to this day. She's a fighter. Now, if they come, she's, like, ready to go kick their ass. Like, Scream 4, Scream 5. Yeah, she's great. So, I don't know. Out of all the final girls, she didn't, like, die yet. Because you never know. And the ones that did die, they've been coming back. Heather died, she came back. Lori died, so it's a lot of that. So I don't know. The franchise for me is there's not a bad film in this franchise. I don't think. I think I like them all. You can rank them any way you want, but I do feel that they're all solid films. And I don't want to like take from anyone else's time, but yeah, I love the series so much, and it's probably the only franchise I could watch over and over and over and over, and just find enjoyment in it. I don't know. So. Yeah.
Well said. Sue, what do you most enjoy about this franchise?
Piggybacking off of Terrell just a little bit, I love how it is like a murder mystery, because you never know who is behind the mask. You're trying to figure out, you're trying to put the clues together. Is it that person? No, it can't be. And so I love that aspect of it, because with other horror movies, and I've mentioned it before, it's Michael Myers, it's, Jason or whatever, but with Ghostface, you never know who it could be. It could literally be anyone. So that's mainly what I love about the Scream franchise.
Yeah.
All right. And Mel, what do you most enjoy?
I just want to say this to his dudeness. Everybody's a suspect.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, well said.
So yeah, I'm gonna agree with everyone so far. It's the nostalgia for me. I was at the perfect age when this came out. This is gonna age me a little bit. I was 12, okay? And I was very impressionable. This movie came out. I have already watched a slew of horror movies at this point, and this one was a game changer. It changed horror for a long time there. And me and my girlfriends fell in love with Sydney. We wanted all of her things. I live out in the middle of nowhere in a village, and we would get the Scream masks and we'd chase each other outside at night with it.
Love it.
And yeah, it was just, I have some like really good memories of this, specifically the first movie when it came out. I remember one of my girlfriends was just like super excited because she got Sydney's exact same phone for her birthday. Like, that's how crazy
wow.
we were.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yeah, she wanted that wireless, homeline phone, and she got it, and she was just thought she was like the bee's knees. You know, we all like got her haircut and stuff. So it's the nostalgia for me. It will always hold a special place in my heart, specifically for that.
All right, and Brett, man, what do you most enjoy about this franchise?
Man, y'all just pretty much took like all my points, so I definitely agree with everybody here. But the one I will add on to it, I just love all the horror references and just being meta. I just love the meta-ness. Like no one's really attempted this like kind of like idea before. Scream and Wes Craven just like had the guts to try it out and just rejuvenated a time in horror that was really at its weakest at some points until like Silence of the Lambs and 7 came after that and they helped Scream out. But Scream was the definite factor on that. I just again love like the horror references, like the whole Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street saying one was really good, but the rest suck and all that. Like that gives me a chuckle every time. So I really enjoyed the franchise for that reason alone.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, you all pretty much covered it, but just to piggyback off you all, like you were saying, Brett, man, the meta humor was so well done. It basically celebrates all the other horror movies that came before it, which makes it just really a celebration to horror fans. And it kind of pokes fun at itself in a way, but just in like a reference nod kind of way, a humorous way, where if you know horror movies, you get it. And it's just so fun. And it balances the comedy well. It's not like overly interjecting comedy at all, even though it does have its moments, but it still takes itself very seriously. It's still a fun slasher horror movie. I love how they're always changing up killers as well. That makes it the whodunit factor, because it's like a game every time. You're trying to guess, hey, is it that person? Is it that person? And that to me is such a different kind of take on the slasher movies, because normally with a slasher movie, you know right away, okay, you got the villain, you know who it is, and they're just trying to stop that one villain. So I just like how fresh and unique the Scream franchise really is. And I don't think any other franchise has been able to do what Scream has done, actually. So, yeah, I love Scream for that. Yeah. All right, let's look at these super chats in here. I got to recognize some people. Dude who loves movies with the $5 super chat in here.
We're in a stream yesterday. He's awesome.
That is actually a good idea on having members only, so dumb people don't drop spoilers. Don't forget the roundhouse kick that like button. Oh, dude, he loves movies. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Really appreciate it. Oh yeah, everybody's saying hey to Cody. Yeah. Oh, and then dude who loves movies put another $5 super chat. Woo! Yes, thank you so much. Also, I see a killer on the panel. So Mel is definitely a ghostly suspect. True. If there was a suspect here tonight, kind of that name right there.
He is the only one that didn't say Scream, so.
Oh,
that's true.
Oh no.
Period.
I lifted my mask too early.
Oh, we got Tony in the chat. Basement.
Hey, Tony.
Hello.
Double feature saying always love finding out the reveal of Ghostface. Also love my OGs, Nev, Gail, and Dewey. This franchise is the most consistent in terms of story. That's true. Yep. Good point, double feature. Yeah. It's a very consistent story, which I think makes for a pretty consistent quality. It's very tough for a horror franchise to do that. Normally you got extremely bad movies, some really good ones, but Scream's pretty consistent. Darwin saying pretty sad. Oh yeah, we'll definitely not talking about any leaks, so definitely no leaks out there, everybody. So yeah, definitely keep away from the links. Let's see. Oh, double feature saying that's why we're going to see the movie right away due to spoilers.
Exactly.
Same Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Thursday night.
Fan event. Period.
Yep. I'm a Thursday too.
All y'all, Bob, you going Thursday?
Yeah.
Sue?
I'm going Friday at 2 o'clock.
Stay off the internet.
I will. I will. All Thursday night, I'm not going to contact anybody. Nope.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to, any of you going to try to see it in 3D or 4DX? Because I'm going to see it in 4DX for my first 4DX movie on Friday.
Well, you're going to get stabbed. 4DX,
I'm definitely going to see it in a 2D first. But if I go back a second time, I do want to try something different, like the 3D, just to see if it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm going to be 2D on Thursday, just to do a normal, just to be a fan. And Friday, I'll put my critique hat on.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not doing Dolby because that's a later showing, and I want to go at 5 because I got the Creed post game stream too immediately afterwards.
Yep, and then I'm going right after the Creed post game.
I will not spoil it. Don't worry, I am not that kind of guy at all. I would be pissed if somebody spoiled it for me. So.
And I'm gonna go and see it in Dolby.
I'll see it in Dolby afterwards. I saw Scream 5 like 5 times in theaters. So.
Oh my gosh, this is a funny comment from Amazing Anna with the $4.99 super chat. I think Mike did this on purpose just so I don't talk trash on him on our anniversary. Laugh out loud. But hi everyone, have a good night.
Aw. Night, Anna.
Oh, so funny. Let's see. Oh yeah, Basement Blue saying I need to see Mel with the Sidney Prescott haircut. Yeah.
From which movie?
What about the Gil Weathers haircut in Scream 3?
Yeah, what
Scream
movie?
3?
What movie, Mel?
I do not want to see
The
Mel with
first
the
one.
Gale Weathers haircut from Scream 3. No.
I don't either.
We got double feature saying 4DX is intense. Too much for us. Brentman, you say that's your first time going to be trying the 4DX?
Yes, it is. And I understand that Scream 6 ain't what we call the best movie to make it your 4DX, but I love the Scream franchise, so why not?
Actually, it might be a good choice to start off on because I only did 4DX one time, and it was for like the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, a very heavy action film. I thought I was getting beat up the whole time. Like I left sore. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Oh my
Like the things are punching me the whole time. I'm
It's
like, what
weird,
is
right? Because I saw it, the Avatar 2 in that, and they'd be waving like you're in a
lucky.
boat, and I got stabbed, water went in my mouth. I don't know, the water came out of that's nasty. And I swallowed it. I'm used to that, but not this water. That was nasty.
Hey,
But
you don't need to buy a drinks at the concession stands. Like, come here, water.
Wow, Terrell.
I knew this was going to be a
Yeah,
wild
so
stream.
let
I
me
love
know how
it.
you like that 40X. I want to
No,
know.
I
I don't
absolutely
even
will.
think
I'm very excited.
I don't even know if we have a 40X anywhere near us. at
Oh,
all.
okay.
Maybe in Chicago. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have one, I don't think.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think I have one either.
I don't know how I feel
warning
about
you.
water spraying in my face
Aw,
and down
no.
my
Yeah,
throat.
because those
Anyway.
Avatar, all this water and shit.
Yeah, I'm
and then
good.
they have
I'm all
fumes
set
in
with
the
that.
air where it smells like the scene or some shit, like flowers. It was weird, and then it just kept rocking and got stabbed. I was like, "This is a ride." Oh, and there was this big man next to us that kept getting up, going to the bathroom. I don't know why. You should have seen him trying to sit back down. That was an entertainment in itself. So
No,
My best friend saw Top Gun Maverick for his first ever 4DX, and he just said it was one of his best theater experiences
bet.
of all time.
yeah,
if you see Scream 6 in 40X, I feel like you're going to end up like Jada Pinkett Smith in Scream 2. You're gonna be like, why am I bleeding?
Oh my
Why
god!
am I bleeding?
Yeah, did I get stabbed? What?
Or am I going to actually be sprayed with blood, or is it going to be like corn syrup, the pig's blood they use in Carrie? Like,
there you go. Oh, look at you quoting Scream. Okay, nice.
All right. Let's go on to now the third question here. What do you think of Scream 1 through 4? Now, if you guys want to rank them, go for it, but you can just talk about it in general too, or just pick out some of your favorites out of the whole bunch. But let's go ahead and start reverse order this time. Let's go Brentman. What do you think of Scream 1 through 4?
Oh man! First off, Scream. I'll just kind of keep this short because I know there's a lot of us. First Scream, absolutely classic. Favorite horror movie of all time. Just because I love it. Just pretty much the main thing with Ghostface. It could be anybody, and I love that unpredictability of you don't know who it is until the very end. So love the first one. The second one, I love the college setting. Unfortunately, I feel like they don't utilize it enough. But it is a very successful sequel, and I also feel like David Arquette, Nev Campbell, and oh my god, playing our name, Courtney Cox. They all looked so damn good, like appearance wise, like the best they've looked in the entire franchise. Especially Courtney Cox with the red streaks.
Yes,
like,
I love that. That's my
wow.
favorite hair for her.
Me too.
Yes,
Yeah, the
exactly.
best.
If then
She
we
looked
go from
good.
that, unfortunately, to Scream 3 with the bangs, ouch.
It was a choice. It was a choice.
Yeah. It was David Arquette's choice, but but a choice is a choice.
Ooh,
but
nice.
but I'd like the Hollywood aspect. I think it is the weakest in the entire Scream franchise, but I absolutely still have a great time with it. And the third act is one of the best third acts in the entire franchise. And then the fourth one, that was my first theater experience with the Scream franchise. And I fell in love with a girl that during that movie theater. She's adorable, and her name was Kirby. Absolutely love Kirby. If they announced her back for Scream 6, man, my Scream heart was so like my Scream heart grew 3 sizes that day. So love Scream 4.
I love it. You're like a little cartoon character. I was trying to animate you. You was
I know,
funny.
Brett, man, you got all the movie quotes and everything. And
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this stuff all day, but
Okay.
if for a quick ranking, am I including 5?
Not yet. We'll save 5 for the next.
Okay, so just ranking 1 through 4. So okay,
4.
Dead Last is 3. Third place is 2. Third place is 2. Second place is 4, and number 1, of course, is going to be the classic number 1.
Oh, great choices.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mel.
Well, how do I
Time to
follow that up?
I know.
I don't have any cute things.
Yeah, that was
Like
great.
double feature podcast, you could start with Parker Posey because she's a national treasure.
Oh yeah. I don't know what to say. Scream 1 through 4. So 4 is kind of like on an island for me in this grouping because for me it's like 1 through 3 all have the same feel. They all kind of still feel like the first one. They all have all the people minus like 1 or 2 or 3. And so those ones are the ones that I like the best. I hold near and dear to my heart. Once we got 4 and it was kind of they just took it a different direction. Sydney wasn't in it like as much. So I didn't I don't know. I didn't feel as much for that one as I did for 1 through 3. I'm like losing my words. I apologize. But if I had to rank them, it would just be 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, those first 3 are the ones that I like the best out of all of them.
Nice. The trilogy.
Yeah, I can say thank you.
Yep.
Yes, I
There you
consider
go.
it more of like a trilogy, and then
There you
the
go.
other
Yeah,
ones are kind of like how they do Halloween, where they each have their own like storylines.
Storylines. Yep. Or little
Yeah.
timelines or whatnot. Yep. Definitely.
Yep.
All right, Sue. What do you think of Scream 1 through 4?
Consistency. Like we said, I consider it the best horror franchise because, like we mentioned before, like it's like we start off strong with like 1, 2, and then some franchises really crash and burn 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you get higher in the number, the worse the movies get. But with the Scream franchise, it remains consistent. Yes, 3 is probably, we all agree, the worst, but it's still entertaining. I have fun with it. Gail's bangs, whatever. It's become iconic at this point.
Yeah.
So I just have fun with it, and I just love them all. I love them all. And if I had to rank 1 through 4, it'd be 1, 2, 4, 3.
Nice.
Oh.
Short and sweet.
All right, Terrell, take it away.
All right. Yeah, I mean, they all said all the good stuff, but I like the first 4 a lot. I like like she said, consistency. The whole franchise is great. I guess I'll go number 1, classic. It reinvented horror. The slasher genre was like failing around this time. That came out, everyone wanted to be it. All these post-Scream slashers, all these whodunits, Urban Legend, No Witch Till Last Summer, and now today with Scream 6 coming out, I feel like that it's doing that same thing. Like we're getting a requel or a reboot or whatnot of I Know Witch Till Last Summer. Julie's coming back, so we're getting a lot of that, which is kind of cool. Horror is becoming really big these past couple of years, so it's great. I feel like Scream plays a part in that. Scream 2, a lot of iconic moments, like the opening scene. It went bigger. Everything in that movie was bigger. It was more intense, like that scene with the car that crashed. Like that was crazy. And then you had little funny moments like Sydney's new boyfriend jumping on the table singing songs and shit. I don't know. The reveal was great. Mrs. Loomis, amazing as the killer. I didn't see that coming at all. Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it. I love her chase scene, Omega Beta Zeta. Scream 2 is awesome. Part 3. All right. So part 3 is a little funny, a little goofy, but I still like it. This part with the mom, this ghost of the mom walking up to Sydney, scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yes.
The bangs, yes, the bangs were like a character in itself. So
Yep.
I like that though. I like that it was a Gale movie. Parker Posey, amazing. Like her, the dynamic with Courtney Cox, love it. I love both of them together. Meeting all the little people, seeing all like the cool cameos. Like you saw Wes Craven walking by, you saw the Bob and whatever Silent Bob, whatever the name is, and then you saw what's your name for Princess Leia? Amazing.
Carrie Fisher.
Thank you. All right, and Scream 4, y'all. I love Scream 4. I'm sorry. Mel, sorry. But I like it. It plays off the remakes. So Scream, this is what it does. It plays off the sequels, the trilogies, the remakes, the requels. I don't know what 6 is going to be, but we're going to find out. But 4 was awesome. I feel like if you were to rank the killers, Jill is my number 2. I know Billy has to be up there, but Jill is psychotic. The bitch is crazy. She killed her mom. She wanted to kill everyone just to be famous. That movie was ahead of its time. Everyone wants these likes and shit. They want to be famous and all these fans and whatnot, or followers, whatever. She wanted that, and she was going to do anything she could do to get to that. Also, she's the only one that sent Sydney to the hospital, nearly killing her, and almost got away with it. And in the original script, going forward, that new trilogy, she was going to get away with it, and the next film was going to be another killer knowing that she killed, and they're going to go after her in college. But Jill was crazy. It took forever to kill her. They had to fry her brain, shoot her, stab her, and she already fucked herself up. She's insane. So, Scream 4. Quick ranking. I'll go 1, 4, 2, 3. That's my ranking. Yes.
All right, Bob.
I agree with what all of you said. Scream is like it's near and dear to my heart. Love it. It's classic. It scared the hell out of me, that opening scene with Drew Barrymore as a kid. I mean, 7 years old, watching that just fucked me up. Scream 2, I love the opening. College setting's fun. I think I love you. So what am I? So
yes, that part.
Yeah,
jumping on the tables. That was amazing.
Yeah, thank you. He's
and
got an anime
he gave
over
her
there.
that necklace. That's so iconic. That's a part of her outfit now. Like she had it in 3. She had it in 4.
And plus, just Mickey Clapton in the background too. It's always funny to me.
Yeah. So it's that one's fun, and then you got Scream 3. So Scream 3's actually one of my favorites in the franchise because it was the first one I remember seeing in theaters. So 2000 February, I got to see that with my dad in theaters, and I was like 8 years old at the time. So it's just absolutely holds sentimental value there. In the ending, the showdown, the third act, in my opinion, it's one of the best. Roman and Sydney's battle is iconic. And I know a lot of people, I was having this conversation with Tim earlier. He said it's one of the weaker battles, he thinks. I actually love the battle in Scream 3. I don't care so much for Mrs. Loomis or Mickey. So I'm not saying Roman was the best, but that showdown between Nev Campbell and him was perfect.
They reshot that because I think the original Gale. I'm sorry. If you watch that scene, her hair looks different because she's wearing a wig. They went back and reshot that ending because they felt like Nev beat him up too much. Like it looked like he didn't have any upper hands. So that's kind of cool that you brought that up because they did reshoot that to give them more even odds.
I just love when she's like, "You want me? Come and get me, motherfucker." I love that.
Yeah, she did that in all of them. She did that in part 2 as well. She says, "You forgot one thing about Billy Loomis. I fucking killed him," and she hit him with that necklace. I love that part. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
She is amazing. Like she was fighting all of them.
It wasn't Mickey supposed to be
I
dead.
was say I'm trying to help you.
Come on, babe. Don't do that.
Period.
Don't do
I'm
that.
helping you. I'm sorry. Come on, Scream fan.
I love you too.
Number one fan. Get it.
I love you, bro. I love you. Yeah, no. And then Scream 4, like he said before, it's honestly ahead of its time because it is crazy how much what people will do for likes and subscribers and money and all that stuff and fame now. It's unbelievable. So it was definitely ahead of its time. And the live stream, excellent stuff. Me. Sorry.
Bob, you froze?
Yeah, he
Bob's
did.
frozen.
It was
it
karma
me?
for
I'll go 1, 4, 3, 2.
All right. So let's see. I'm kind of with you on this one, Mel. Number 4 would be at the bottom of my list. When I first saw number 4, I really did not like it. I hated the movie, like how people hate Halloween Ends. Like I hated Scream 4. It was that bad for me. Reason why, though, is because I knew who the killer was right away. I'm like, when that person showed up, I'm like, yep, that's a killer. Like
Emma?
that looks like a killer. Yeah,
Jill?
like, yeah,
Really?
Emma Roberts. There's just something about her. I'm like, yeah, I can just tell in her face. Like, yeah, I'm not a big Emma Roberts fan either. So.
Oh, that's why you just didn't like the bitch.
No,
that was it. You just said, "Oh, she's the killer. I don't like her." That was that.
She's only in the movie to be the killer. That is the only reason why she's there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it kind of ruined Scream 4 for me the first time watching it. Now, I did give it another chance. I watched it a couple years ago. I will say it's better than I remembered, but still at the bottom of my list. I still think the original trilogy is really, really good. So I like all the first 3 Scream movies for different reasons. Of course, the first one, since it's so iconic and, invented the franchise. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And having the 2 killer twists, like seeing that for the first time, I was shocked. I'm like, how you can't do that? You only get 1 killer. You can't do 2 killers. That's not how it works. That's not the rules, okay? So that was fantastic. And then, of course, you get Randy in the first one and the second one. So that's why I like the second one as well. Like when they're in the classroom talking about all the movies and like sequels. Oh, this sequel's better. What about sequels are never as good, but Godfather Part 2 and all of that. Oh my goodness. As a film fan, that's just like the best scene ever. So I really I can't believe they got Randy after the second one though. I mean, yeah, he came back and kind of like cameo in the TV, but it wasn't the same. So the first 2 are the best by far, especially the opening sequence of the second movie, the theater scene. That's my favorite opening scene for any of the Scream movies. I love it. And then Scream 3, I really like it. I think the opening is really good too. And also, I love how they do 1 killer. So that's the twist. Instead of having 2 killers like we would expect, now we're going to throw one at you with 1 killer. I thought was a great way to change it up. And I like them making the movie and all their counterparts. I thought that was way different and really fun. So first 3 Scream movies are great, but I would go in order actually. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
Yeah, that's exactly how it would go.
Well, speaking of Scream 3 and the 1 killer aspect, there was supposed to be 2 killers in that,
Yeah,
right?
I think I heard that somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Why did they change it though?
I don't know why. Because of Columbine was right around that time. They said that was a big reason why. But I don't like that idea at all. I don't like the idea of bringing Stu back. I don't.
I don't either.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there, Bob.
Yeah,
we'll get
I didn't like that.
Yeah, but like it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be Angelina.
Leave him dead. He's dead.
I was say I know Terrell's thoughts from last night's stream.
Yes, you saw that.
I
can go back.
I did.
We can rewind.
All right, let's look at some of these comments. Let's catch up with the chat here. So, double feature saying our ranking would be 1, 2, 4, 3, 5 would be the last. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, the twins did not like
one. Yeah,
ouch.
You just broke Anime's heart down there. Did you see his face? Poor guy.
Double feature saying Parker Posey is why we love Scream 3. Her and Gail together are so good.
Yep, I
so
agree.
true.
Oh, good real hunting. You got a fan right here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Fish saying same double feature podcast. I've always loved Parker. She made Scream 3 for me. Yeah, I don't know why so many people didn't like Scream 3 for the longest time. Like some people hated that one. I'm like,
the tone is just different from the first 2, I think.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
So fun.
The tone is so much different.
Fish saying I watched Scream 2 opening night. When the movie ended, I went back to the box office and bought a ticket for the next show. That's how you know it's a good movie. That's how you know.
That's awesome.
Damn. Okay, Fish.
Scream 4 is so fun. Love Jill.
Yes, thank you.
No. She was so crazy. Took out everyone. Was definitely ahead of its time regarding becoming an influencer to be famous.
Period.
For real.
Yep. And Darvin's saying, "Oh yeah, will you release all of your episodes onto YouTube?" Question for Double Feature Podcast. Huck saying Double Feature Podcast, you make me really want to go watch Scream 3 right now. Parker Posey is such a fascinating actress.
A national treasure.
All right, so now we're on to Scream 5, and I wanted to put Scream 5 in its own question because I think it's the most connected to 6, and it just came out the most recent. So I thought we could talk a little bit more about Scream 5 here. But let's start with, let's get crazy with this one. Let's go. We'll go in the middle somewhere. Mel, start it off.
Oh my God, me first.
Yes, let's do it.
Then I can't piggyback off everybody else like everybody else.
We're gonna
already-
piggyback off of you now.
Yeah.
How about
Exactly.
that? Yep.
I don't want to break hearts here, but Scream 5 falls in concession with my ranking of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no!
Look at Bert and Ernie.
Elmo's
Oh
gone.
my God.
Bye.
I knew he was
He's
gonna
so
cancel.
mad.
Friendship
You
over.
His heart turned small, girl. Look what you did.
I know.
My
it
heart
grew
reduced to 3
in its
sizes.
frame.
Yes, it was 3 times bigger a moment ago. Oh my God.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Mel out here
I think,
breaking hearts.
I know, I'm a heartbreaker. I think I just had I built up these expectations for this movie higher than any movie could ever, surpass. So when I went and saw it, I was upset and annoyed when I left, and then I haven't watched it again since. So I haven't given
Ooh.
it that old second try. I
Oh,
wanted
you
it to.
should. You need to.
I know, I know, and you're right. And I usually do that. Like if I see a movie, I let it sit, a little while, and if I don't like it, I try and watch it again. But I just haven't gotten around to it yet, so I'm just still stuck with that like not great feeling.
Yeah, I get it.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Sue was very
all I
adamant.
That's all you got for it. You're like, just no on that one.
Sue was adamant on you rewatching that. She was like, "You need to."
I
You
know.
need to.
All right,
I got it.
Let's get the
No,
flip
just
side of
because
that.
the
Sue,
same
you
thing
take it
happens
away.
to me. Like the same thing happens to me
Now,
if I go to the theater and I see something and I may not like it, but I try it again. I'll try it again at home. I'll watch it on streaming or pick it up on physical, and I'll give it another watch. And sometimes I do change my mind, So, and it's been a year since, over a year since that one came out. So possibly the perspective may change.
Yeah.
You never know.
But
But
I
Mel,
wanted to watch it before I went and saw 6, but I don't think that's going to happen. But look, see, it's still in its plastic.
Nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well,
Sue, take your own,
I haven't
Sue,
watched
take
it
your
yet.
own advice and go rewatch Halloween Ends. then.
tonight.
Yeah, I'll try. I did love that they brought Skeet Ulrich back in some facet or another, like not in the flesh, but kind of like this vision. But that's another part that like I was so excited because I knew they were gonna bring somebody back, and when I found out it was him, I was like, because he was like, heart eyes for him in the first one, but then like the whole movie I was just like, what is he doing? Is he like trying to make her bad? Is he trying to make her good? If he's trying to make her good, that doesn't make any sense. Just like his whole thing didn't read right or something. So that upset me too. I don't know.
All right, Sue, we gotta defend Scream 5 here.
Well, I mean, in my ranking, 5 is in the middle because it'd be 1, 2, 5, 4, and then 3 for me. So, I mean, I enjoyed 5 for what it was. It was obvious to me that they were honoring Wes Craven. They were kind of playing it a little bit safe. They weren't going too extreme with it, but I enjoyed the opening because they did make it different because obviously she lived. So that was the difference, and I enjoyed that. And it kind of had some echoes of the Drew Barrymore scene a little bit here and there. Like I saw little nuances that she was doing, like playing with knives and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's a Drew thing. That's a Drew thing. So I enjoyed how they were really paying homage to like what came before it, honoring Wes at the same time, but going forward, let's take the bumpers off. Like we need to just get crazy with this franchise. That's why I'm looking forward to 6 because it just looks completely different vibe. It feels like it's going back to scary, but I appreciate 5 for what it is. So,
all right, Brett, man, what do you think of Scream 5? Because I know you got upset when Mel said that was at the bottom there.
He left.
Let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding. She knows I love her. But no, Scream 5, kind of like what Sue was touching base upon, like this movie for Scream 5 is pretty much a love letter to the original Scream. That's just why I love Scream 5 so much. It is my number 2 in the franchise, just because with how much like nods it did to the original. And plus, I really love the new set of characters. Like, I do agree that did play it safe, even though they didn't play it safe with Dewey. I'll tell you that for sure. But they did play it safe, so I am looking forward to see if Scream 6 will take it beyond that. And I saw in the chat too, and it's a fair point about Sam, about her like not being as strong in this movie. But from what I heard lately, it was because of the fact I believe she was still learning English at the time. I don't know if that's truly correct or not. So maybe one of y'all could let me know for sure. That's why I've been hearing lately of why Sam or Melissa Barrera wasn't as good last year. And I hope it looks like she's going to be newly improved this year. But for Scream 5, I just love the new set of characters. I love all the nods to the original Scream. And it's an amazing way to get back into the horror, like, goodness, like, you know, like how Wing was trying to do and all that. It was just a perfect time for Scream to come back with the newer generation.
I didn't hate Melissa Barrera. Terrell,
I didn't hate her too. It's just she was just okay, but
Terrell,
I didn't like her. She's like cool, but and it wasn't her English or whatever. She spoke perfect English, but I saw her in Bed Rest on Tubi, and her acting was just as bland. So it's not that. So I'm hoping maybe they partner her with people where she could feed off of better, because she was giving flat for me. Like when she was having that moment with Tara in the little hospital telling this sob story, I didn't feel bad for her. Tara was giving. She went from like timid to get the fuck out this room, and I felt that. I was like, let me get up out of here. But Sam was just giving, no, I couldn't do it. I could act better than her, I'm sure. But yeah, sorry, I ain't taking your turn.
But no, I bet
she's
we're
so
all glad
boring.
that Jenna I bet we're all glad that Jenna Ortega at least made it, because oh my god, the star that she is freaking now, she's putting the butts in seats in the Scream movies now.
Yeah.
Team Tara.
All right, Terrell, since you kind of started.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Well, yes. Anyway, so Scream 5. All right, so I liked Scream 5. I saw it 3 times. I know Bob got me beat because he's seen it 5, but I saw it 3 times in theaters, and I liked this movie. So I do like the characters. Tara, I liked that opening scene and how they mimicked elevated horror, because that's what we were getting a lot during this time, is elevated horror. So we got a lot of that shit. So I like that they referenced that and how she was into that, the Babadook, da-da-da. And then she had this gruesome fucking opening scene. Like, to me, like, she got stabbed here, stabbed in her, she got fucked up, and she almost reached she got messed up, right? So I like that, and like how they mimic the phone calls now, because no one answers their phone. So if you get a call, that's why I said Amber. So she thought it was Amber. So she, what I mean, all that kind of stuff. But going on the film, I like that it was a requel. I'm glad that they talked about that, because I didn't know what they were gonna do. The requel vibe, we're getting a lot of those. Halloween, Candyman, and yeah, so it's like legacy character. Y'all get the gist. So I like that they brought in the original cast. Love seeing Nev again. Oh my god, I got goosebumps. Got so excited in the theater, like when she was on screen. It was so iconic. I liked all the Easter eggs, like the Tatum Ash box and all that stuff. Dewey had his moment in this movie, and then sadly that ended. But I don't know. I like this movie for what it was. Sam wasn't as strong as a final girl for me. Maybe because I'm comparing her to Nev Campbell. I should have compared her to Julie, because she was pretty wacky. And I know what she did last summer, just screamed and ran. I should have compared her to that. Maybe I would feel better. But I like Scream 5, and I'm looking forward to 6, because I do think 6 is gonna go off the handle, and I'm really here for that. I'm ready for the gore, the chase scenes, because I love a good chase scene, and I want a good reveal. I want something surprising, and I'm excited.
All right,
Scream
let's
5.
get to Bob. Yes. Bob, you saw it 5 times?
Yes, he did. He got me beat.
Was 5 times in theaters?
Yeah.
Die hard on that. Wow.
Yeah, I saw it with my dad. I took a friend of mine and another friend of mine, and then anyways.
Are you gonna see 6 times?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
I don't have time anymore for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had time then. But so Scream 5. Yeah, when I left the theater the first time I saw it, I thought a couple things. Okay, we didn't get to mourn Dewey properly as an audience, or I think the characters like Sydney or Gail, because it happened that day, and then they went to the whole party thing. But I had walked out of the theater saying it was my second favorite in the franchise. After rewatching it, I started to see a lot of flaws with it. One of my biggest flaws, and other people feel about this, but the ending, okay, when Gail and Sydney are both like, they shoot Amber a couple times, they burn her ass, and then all of a sudden that scene ends, right? And then it's Richie and Sam fighting upstairs. And that scene goes on for like 10 minutes. What are Gail and Sydney just doing in the kitchen the whole time? And
they were probably
having a bunch of
tired.
cocktails, talking about
They
good
were
times.
thrown around the
They're
kitchen
trying to control
table.
their bleeding.
Yeah, they were fucked up. Didn't one of them get shot, stabbed?
Yeah,
They
but, like,
old. They're not in their 15, 20s
and
anymore.
one of my biggest gripes too is Sam. Amber's ass should have been dead. She got fried like a fillet, and she got shot several times. She's dead, and they're just sitting in there. What they?
Wait, did she get shot in the head though? Because if you don't,
No,
shoot
she
in the head-
didn't.
She didn't get shot in the head.
No.
She got
Yeah,
burned.
the rules,
too,
though.
And
But
Tara
yeah.
had to get her moment.
So
She's
that's
like, I still like the Babadook.
Yeah, that whole Babadook scene too. That was a missed opportunity to say that was for Wes, because Wes was a really good friend of hers, and he died. So she could have said that was for
Well,
Wes.
that's a good point. I would if they did that.
Instead, they had to go and say that I still prefer Babadook. What a terrible ass line. Could have said that was for Wes. So
I
that's
liked
a,
it.
That's a couple gripes, but like overall, I still love Scream 5. But after rewatching it multiple times, I started to see the flaws, and I was like, ooh, okay.
Oh, so maybe a rewatch isn't going to do me any good.
Yeah, it's like we're trying to get Mel to rewatch it.
When y'all seen Scream 5, did y'all think Jenna Ortega possibly was one of the killers? Because I kind of did. I thought that
Yeah,
maybe
me too.
that's the reason why she
I
lived
didn't.
that beginning.
I
I
didn't,
thought
no.
maybe she was the
I thought she was
killer.
an opening kill.
No,
But
I
she
thought-
didn't die. I
She
thought it
got
was going
way
to be a
too
twist.
injured for that.
I never really.
But she
try
could have
and
been
guess.
the leader or something. I don't know. I was thinking, this bitch probably in cahoots with these killers.
Trell, I thought that same thing.
Thank
I
you.
thought
So
I was
somebody
like,
got my
why
back.
did
I
she
didn't-
live? This is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like,
Yep.
she's sitting in the theater, and the next scene when they said, "Oh, she's alive," or so, I was
Yep.
like, "She lived." I
Yeah.
said out loud, like in the theater. I'm like, "She lived." What?
Yeah,
She got stabbed in the hand,
Yep.
stabbed on her
Fucked up.
broken leg, got
Yep.
stabbed like 7 times in the chest. How did
Yep.
she survive? Okay.
Yep.
The whole Richie thing I don't like actually trying to guess the killers. I just let it come. Sometimes I'll be like,
I
okay,
bet you do.
maybe I'll guess a little bit, but honestly, what's that, Terrell?
Nothing.
That took me way too long to get there.
Yeah, sorry.
There's like this bigger
Continue.
What did you say, Terrell?
Continue. We give you your moment. You have your moment.
All right, okay. But yeah, Richie, I did predict that because that was, I don't know, I was just predicting that one, but I did like the way he died because that was badass. She stabbed him like 20
Yeah, it
times
was.
and then
Yeah.
slit his throat out.
That was
I
great.
counted one
was
night
great.
when I was watching. She stabbed him 21 times.
That was crazy.
Oh,
Wow.
good lord.
I did like her
How
at that
crazy would
moment.
it have been if she would have stabbed Richie the same amount of times as Michael Myers stabbed his sister in the original Halloween?
How many times was that?
Yeah, how many times was
Wasn't it 16?
Well, she won
Yeah,
up, Michael.
that would have
She-
been like a
she
Halloween
did
night.
21.
That would,
Okay.
that would have been a good Halloween nod, wouldn't it?
It would have. But the second I knew that it was Richie alive, very early on, red flag when
Yeah.
he said, "I've never seen the stab movies."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. I knew right then and there. I'm like, red flag. Because
And
at
Dewey
that
called
moment,
it.
everyone had seen the stab movies.
Yep, Dewey called it too when they sat down and said, "Oh, do you know how much you know about this guy?" Remember that? That was yep.
Mhm.
How long you been together?
Rule number
Yeah, how
one.
long you been getting? Yeah, Dewey, he was on it in this movie, y'all. I liked him in this one.
Yeah, they were trying to
Yeah.
give him a little something, something before they offed him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he was kind of funny too. Like a little scene when he met all the kids and had a little moment. I don't know, he was great. I just wish she had like a scene with Nev. I think because they didn't get a scene together. Like they just
I
were
know.
on that phone
They just
call.
had the phone call.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that kind of upset me about this movie too, is that Courtney Cox and his character, like they have been the love affair throughout this whole series. And then
Mhm.
here the movie opens up and like he just pieced out on her and left her and like
I
like,
know.
no,
Yeah, New
that's
York-
Yeah,
not
I
who
didn't
they
like
were.
that either. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
that's
like
not
that
who they
either at
were
all.
as a couple. Like that
Dewey's not
made
that
him
kind
look
of guy.
like terrible.
He
you
didn't
know
like
what I
New
mean?
York. That was all. So
Yeah, but
Yeah,
in
it
the
just-
middle of the night is not like Dewey.
Oh,
Yeah. That's not
Exactly.
Dewey.
That's not the couple that they were. They
Mhm.
really did
Yeah.
him dirty just by making him seem like this huge
Mhm.
bad guy and all this
I mean,
stuff.
he's
and then
been in
they
love with
offed
Gail for
him
the
and-
past 25 years throughout the course of this franchise. And then in 5, he's
Exactly.
gonna peace out after 2 months of being come on.
Just because he
he's-
didn't want
he's
to
just
live there.
seemed to
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
You know, at
Well,
the
they were having
bottom of a
problems.
bottle, basically. Him being an alcoholic and just like
Yeah.
drinking its sorrows away, and then killing him off like that. So I think they
Yeah.
definitely did Dewey pretty dirty. And
They did. And I think that was one of the main things that upset me about it was like, I just felt so bad for him and they were doing him so dirty. And then they just killed him off. They didn't give him any kind of like way to,
Yeah.
you know.
Part 4, he did have like problems with Gail though. Weren't they
Yeah.
separated or anything? Because remember, she was kind of threatened by the lemon bar bitch. What's her name? The one that got killed outside in 5.
Judy Hicks.
Yeah,
Judy.
there you go. Her with the lemon bars. Yeah,
The
and she's
lemon
like, it
bars
tastes like
like
ass.
ass.
So they had that little love triangle thing in part 4. So they weren't even together then. So I guess I could kind of see it if he went there. He was drinking his life away. Maybe he was drunk or not, intoxicated. So I'm leaving. I'm not dealing with this. He probably was mad. He didn't get attention. Maybe they didn't fuck enough. I don't know. So that's why I would love to. Who knows? So that's what that was.
Terrell just
All right.
figured out the main reason.
Yeah.
I thought it was like because of the real life
one of the
relationship
big
between David
complaints-
and
One of the
sorry,
big
go ahead.
No, I interrupted you. One of the big complaints is people say Amber would never like get the jump on Dewey like that or beat. She wasn't going to overpower him. But I had to tell people, I'm like, she didn't. He looked down at his phone and got stabbed. Like, so in all fairness to that, he beat her ass when he was fully like aware of what was going on and he wasn't looking down at his phone. It's just that she got the jump on him because he looked down at his phone and was
Gail was
standing right
calling, I
next to
think.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of her traits
Gail's
is
calling.
she's a very quick mover. Like even when she pops out of the house towards the end and like shoots at Nev and all that, like she runs back in the house like so quick. Like to me, she was like the Flash. It was like shoot.
Yeah.
Well, she's quick.
Yeah, but
she's a sneaky one.
In that kill scene with Dewey, it is difficult for me to believe that is Amber actually doing it because number one, you have the height difference because this ghost face is taller than Dewey when we know Amber is probably like 5 feet tall. So that doesn't make any sense at all. And
she
then
was
having
probably wearing high heels.
having
what?
the
It would've
ability
been-
to take not one but 2 knives and do the business and jack them up like that. I mean, possibly adrenaline. I don't know, but I find it hard to believe that she could do that.
It would have made more sense if
I
it
got
was
a
Richie.
theory here, which I'll talk a little bit more on another question, but maybe it's a third killer that was the one that took out Dewey. And that's coming back in Scream 6. I mean, who knows?
She said she
No,
took
it
out
was
Dewey.
definitely
Yeah, she
it
said
was
it.
definitely
She-
Amber
Well,
because
of
she even
course said
mentioned
it to
it.
Gail.
I read
She
it, but
lifted
you
him
never
up
know.
off the
Yeah,
ground.
exactly.
She just stabbed the 2 knives up. It's not like she lifted him. But that the probably one of the biggest things with Scream franchise, because they have somebody play under the Ghostface mask, they should
it's that
probably have
person.
multiple people who can actually be that height playing Ghostface. Well, I guess it's a spoiler if it's a short person in the Ghostface mask.
Because Jill in 4 is short too, and she was killing bitches, and no one talked about her height.
Yeah, that's like one of my
Nobody
biggest
said that.
complaints about 4. It's like it's hard for me to believe that these 2 90-pound teenagers were
Charlie
capable
and Jill,
of doing everything
Well,
that
Charlie
they were
did
doing
most of the
in
killing.
4.
Yeah.
They
I
really need
hated
to
Charlie.
utilize
What
their
a
camera
bitch
angles,
Charlie was.
I didn't like Charlie.
Charlie was
at
a
all.
bitch.
Yeah.
All right, let me point out some of these super chats here. So we got Dude Who Loves Movies, another $5 here. Scream 5 is a
Damn.
love
Okay, he got
letter
money.
and was predictable in all aspects. I was there for it and loved it. Mel is wrong, and all this is the killer.
You hear that, Mel? You're wrong.
Richie vibes. Okay, Cody.
With another one, $2. I ran out of money.
Mike, he wants a tape. He wants you to send him a video.
Mid-level media here with the $2. Ghostface is the killer in Scream 6. Ha ha ha.
Oh, he's just a
It's so
comedian, ain't
spoiled
he?
now. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so wait, I didn't even say my thoughts on Scream 5 here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
let me do that. I love Scream 5. I saw it in theaters twice, and I rarely do that with movies. So if I give it a second watch in theaters, I really like it. So I'd probably put Scream 5 right under 1 for me. And I think I've seen Scream 5 more than any other Scream movie because when I got it on physical, I watched it a whole bunch of times. So
Wow.
I watched it again last night. I really like the movie. To me, I can't really find much flaws with the movie except for the Dewey stuff. I don't like the Dewey kill scene where he gets distracted. I thought that was kind of silly. I don't like the distracted call. And like you guys were mentioning with Gail Weathers, I don't believe that relationship would have gone that way. So that's the only things I really didn't like. But I thought it was great having Jenna Ortega in there. She was awesome. And I love that discussion with the elevated horror, like making it more relevant. Mm-hmm. And then them talking about all the requels, once again, making it relevant to the horror movies that are going on now. I thought that was really smart. And then I love them just kind of, bringing it back to the original one with using Stu's house again at the end. So to me, it feels the closest to the first movie, besides any of the other ones, just because of the environment. So that's why I really appreciated the movie. And I could not guess the killers when I first saw it. I was keep going back and forth between the characters. Now, when I rewatched it, I'm like, okay, that's kind of obvious. You can see in what they're saying. But at first, they were throwing me off. And that was a refresher from, like I said, Scream 4. I'm like, okay, I knew right away. So
I love when he's like elevated horror. Sounds boring.
Yeah. Oh, that dialogue is so funny. Oh, so good. Oh, that movie's so good. All right, let's look at some of these comments here, and then we'll move on to our next question. We got Double Feature saying that's probably our favorite thing about Scream 5, the opening scene. And I like how they changed it where she actually survived. I thought that was different enough to keep the movie fresh, but it still was very effective because it was still a great scene. So I really like that. Yeah. Double Feature saying Scream 6 does look good. I hope it doesn't disappoint. Scared for my girl, Gail.
Me too.
I'm scared for her too. I really am.
I'm be so bummed. I love Gail.
Her and Dewey going to be reconnected.
So what? Wow.
No, morbid. All right, morbid.
Bars. With no Nev Campbell, if they kill her, then you got.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna get right into here because I know Bob's ready to talk on that question soon. But let me backtrack a little quick. So our question 5 here: what did we think of the Scream 6 trailers? So let me go to somebody who's seen these trailers. Let me guess, Terrell, you've seen these trailers. I'm guessing a whole bunch, right?
Not all of them, because I saw the first one because the first one was perfect. I didn't watch them all because I'm scared, because I don't want to get spoiled. I saw everyone keeps trying to show that Gale shit, and I'm scared because what I did see, I see a lot of Gale in that one scene, and that terrifies me. But I like the teaser. The first teaser was perfect. It's set on the subway, so it shows you the New York vibe. It's Halloween, so you have all these people in costumes. You have your core survivors on the train, and anyone on that train could be the killer. And that was the teaser. That was perfect. It didn't show too much. It gave you the setting, gave you what they're up against, and it was kind of scary. I was scared for these characters. So for that I liked, but I didn't want to be spoiled. So at the movie theater where they show these all the time, I tried to look away, or I was eating my popcorn, or on Instagram talking to y'all. But that was that. I'm afraid to watch them in full because I don't want to be spoiled. Because so I'm excited. 3 days.
All right, Sue, did you watch the trailers?
I did. I watched like Terrell said, I watched the teaser, and again, I thought it was absolutely perfect. It was just enough to give you a little taste of what's coming, what's around the corner. We're in a different location. We're in New York City. It was, and it left you with like, oh my God, is Mindy okay? Like that's all you want.
Yes, I love Mindy.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, Sue. I love Sue. She's great.
So then the full-on trailer came out, and I was like, you know what? Perfect again. Did not reveal too much. You have the dark tone, the scarier vibe, which is where I wanted them to go going forward. And I don't even think they showed any stabbing in this one, because for the trailer for Scream 5, I remember the moment where like Chad was getting stabbed in the trailer, so you knew it wasn't Chad, so things like that. I don't think they've shown any of that in this
just
trailer.
Just the store where he killed the people. Those are randoms though, where he
exactly
stabbed the guy. And the shotgun. He got a shotgun, y'all.
The shotgun.
Yes. What Sue said there. The Scream 5 trailer. Everybody that got attacked, or killed, or
Bob, where are you?
Bob, you're turning robotic.
Bob, what's wrong with you?
Did a robot replace Bob?
He's a robot Bob. What happened to Bob? He's Robo Bob.
I gotta get a new laptop or something, but fuck y'all. Anyways,
my God.
So
we heard that. That part came in loud and clear.
But no, I honestly, the Scream 5 trailers showed everybody getting attacked, and then in the movie, they all got attacked in the same exact way. And I was like, anybody who actually, I had a buddy who tried to tell me, he's like, Scream 5 didn't reveal that much. And I was like, they revealed everybody getting attacked.
Yeah, they did.
So
I mean, the Scream 5 trailer pretty much showed the entire opening scene. I couldn't even believe how much they were showing. And yeah, so Scream 6 trailer, again, I think it's perfect, not showing too much. It's got me on the edge of my seat. It did its job.
So, Bob, did you not watch the Scream 6 trailer?
I did. I watched the teaser after Sue told me it wasn't that bad. And then she also told me the other one wasn't that bad. So I watched that one, but I only watched it once, and that was it. I don't remember anything about it, and I don't need to see it again.
All right. Well, Mel, did you watch the trailers?
No. I just watched the first part of what I guess is the teaser trailer just because I was on YouTube and it came on as like a preview or whatever, and then I turned it off. So I saw the subway part and that was about it. So I don't know.
Brett, man, did you watch these trailers?
Yeah, I watched both trailers. I won't go into detail about it because again, like if you didn't watch the trailer, I don't want to put any ideas because I know there's people that don't want to watch trailers at all. So I really enjoyed both. Like the perfect teaser, absolutely. And then the main trailer, I think it was the best main trailer that the Scream franchise ever did because I still have no idea what this movie is going to do and which direction it's going to go, and I think it was absolutely perfect. And I skipped all the TV spots.
All right. So I really liked the first teaser. I thought, once again, it didn't give away much at all. It just showed you the environment. Okay, we are in New York. I love that idea. I mean, Ghostface takes Manhattan. Let's go. We're changing the environment again, doing something fresh. I never expected Scream to go that way, so I really like that. I like it being on Halloween. Like you said, Terrell, we got all those costumes going on. Like, I just want to see all the costume, like, cameo references. Like, is there going to be a Michael Myers mask in there somewhere? I don't know what are they going to pull out, what they got licensing rights to, but it'd be cool to see some other references to some other horror movies, whatever it may be. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then I started watching the final trailer, but I only watched like that beginning scene you guys were already mentioning with like the convenience store stuff, like, Ghostface having the gun now. I did think that was kind of weird. I don't know if I like that or don't like that. I'm like, wait, should Ghostface use a gun? I don't know.
New York, new rules, y'all.
But,
But
I like
Ghostface is evolving.
Yeah, I mean, it's keeping it fresh, so I get it. I understand it, but I don't know if that makes him too overpowered. I don't know. I have to see how it plays out, but that did catch me off guard just a little bit. But yeah, I like the trailers. It gets me more excited for the movie, absolutely. All right, let me shout out the super chat here. We got Tiana Loves Movies in the house.
Tiana.
Super chat. Thank you so much, Tiana. All right, let's take a look at some other ones right here. Double feature saying you have to be leery of trailers because they are giving a lot away. Yeah, I think it just depends on the movie. There are those trailers that are like 2-minute summaries of the movies, which I don't like those trailers at all because then it's like, okay, why watch
every Blumhouse movie ever?
Fast X, we watched the movie. Like they just told you the entire movie in 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
I did watch that trailer and I was like, man, this is long.
I mean, I get what you mean, Bob, though. You didn't see the whole movie.
Fast X then.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean, Bob, but it's like you get the summary, I guess, the Cliff Notes version, which I like more of the teaser. Just give me a sense of what's the vibe of the movie. That's the trailers I really like.
I wish we just stick with teasers and not do main trailers.
Oh, yeah. Like, you don't, and then they do all like the TV spots, too, which add a lot more. I'm like, you don't need, like, 3 trailers, 10 TV spots. Like, that's too much. That is way too much. Yeah. Let's see. Double feature says, love how Dark 6 looks in New York on Halloween. Love my girl Kirby is back. Ghostface is getting down, so cardio will be on point. Yeah, I liked how the masks look too. Like, look kind of dirty and gritty. That New York vibe. That looks really cool, and it's so important to get the mask right. So I'm excited for that. All right, let's go to our next question here because I know Bob got something to say on this one. He's probably going to vent a little bit here. What do you think of the talent involved with Scream 6 or the talent supposedly not involved? Bob, I'll let you go first.
Well, yeah, there's an actress. I don't know. Rel, help me out here. Is it like Liana or something like that?
Oh yeah, Liberto or
Liberato or whatever.
Liberato. Yep, her.
I do like her.
She's great. She's on Light as a Feather series on Hulu.
She's in a lot of stuff, and she's great. I'm looking forward to seeing her in this. You've got Dermot or whatever his name is, Dermot.
McDermott. Yep.
Yeah. But just having you definitely got some good characters coming in. Who knows who will be the killer? Just please don't have it be Stu come back. And then
I know.
and then Nev Campbell, like just not being in it. Look, especially in today's climate with like paying women and equal rights, pay the woman. Like seriously, she is the franchise. I don't. It just pisses me off. If you were cheap by like $1 million too, dude, you're gonna make that in like one day or a couple hours. Like pay the woman. So it just pisses me off. I'm not happy about that at all. She is your franchise. Really pay her what she wants. Just give her a blank check.
And
like,
Bob, I don't know. Did we ever find out what was the amount, like the discrepancy in the amount?
They said that supposedly there was a leak, but you can never know. She was offered $2 million for 4 days of onset. So it's a lot of money, sure, but
is she worth it though?
Yeah, pay her, give her a blank check and tell her to write what she wants.
I mean, it would be different if she was like 10 million and the budget was extremely small, then I get it, but 2 million, that seems
I don't know if that's the truth. I mean, that's what was leaked and the whole thing. She didn't accept that. And then, so who knows what the truth is, but pay her what she's worth. She is the franchise. You're not, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times actors and athletes get paid for what they've done in the past too. So you need to reward her for what she's done in the past. Like she made this franchise, really.
All right. Let's go to Brett, man. What do you think of the talent here? I know you're a big Kirby fan, so.
Oh yeah. So when she first got announced, again, like I already said, my heart grew 3 sizes that day. I'm just glad to see her back, and hopefully they give her a lot more to do in this one. So it's going to be a joy to watch her. I'm excited for Samara Weaving going to be in this movie, which I don't think she'll be in that very long. Hopefully I am wrong on that because it's always great to watch Samara Weaving. I'm terrible with names, but the Flash kid from the Spider-Man movies is in it. That's a little bit interesting. And of course, the dad from Ready or Not is in this movie as well. So he'll be interesting to watch. And I'm actually going to be a little different. I'm actually glad Nev Campbell is not in this movie, just for the fact that I thought her story got finished right now.
Bob's face, we got to screen capture that face.
I'm about to piggyback off of Brett.
Because again, just to finish up the thought, just to finish up the thought, I'm just like, I thought like her story finished with Scream 5. She passed the supposed torch to Sam, and if you bring her back, just her increase to die goes extremely up, and I don't want her to die.
Period.
And plus, with the whole scenario with Nev Campbell and the payment thing, I don't see her returning as long as Radio Silence is behind the Scream movies. But for the rest of the cast, I'm excited.
Bob's face still is just like
I know I was going to get some hate for that.
Fuming inside.
Campbell's my girl, so you can't.
All right, Terrell, I'll let you piggyback off of that one.
Okay, so Bob, you can keep being mad, but I'm playing. What did I say earlier? And all yesterday, I gave Nev Campbell her praise. This is my favorite final girl. Top 3, but I think she's my number 1. I love her so much. But what I am going to say about the Nev Campbell thing, I do feel maybe it is kind of cool that she sat this one out. I feel like this movie has a lot going on as it is. And where does she fit in this? I don't know. Her story, we got 5 movies of her. We got 5 movies of people trying to kill her ass. So she has 2 kids now. She married a Kincaid from part 3. Apparently, I guess they married. I don't know. Nowadays, he probably just a baby daddy. Who knows?
I think they did.
Yeah.
Mark
so
Kincaid,
I
man.
feel like that's kind of cool that they took... She's taking like one off. I'll be glad to see her in 7, but I'm glad that she took one off because it's like, okay, this gets kind of ridiculous to have her back every freaking movie. They do 10 of these. She's in all 10 and she lives through all 10. Like, eventually the bitch can go crazy. But I mean, she is the face of that. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street, Heather Langenkamp. Yeah, she died in the 3rd one, but they brought her back for part 7. But I mean, a lot of these final girls don't make it that far. For her to make it through 5 is amazing. And I think the 6, it gives it a fresh start if you don't have her. And I don't know. It looks like it's going to be great. It's going to be dark. It's a different tone. I think adding her and adding her backstory and all that kind of stuff, I do feel that it's keeping that there. And everyone's like, oh, we're comparing it to one. No, let's move on. We're in a new time. And you have Sam and Tara. It's time to see what they're going to bring. And let her make a cameo later on. Who knows? There might be a cameo in this one. But I do like that they did take her out for now. So now we're going to focus on these other characters and maybe we get some new favorite characters. They're not going to be Nev, because that's what my struggle was with 5. I kept comparing this new final girl to her, and it will never be that. So I wanted to focus more on her, but we got a lot of Sam. You get on? You got reading me? But
no,
yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, maybe sit this one out, girl. Let's get these new characters, see what's gonna happen, and yeah, don't let it get too crazy. Like, it's already Scooby-Doo as it is.
I just hope they don't kill Kirby. Please don't.
Yeah, and
I know. Hey, you and me both, man.
The rest of the characters, I love Kirby. So I'm glad she's getting her shine.
Love with Kirby in Scream 4.
Yeah, so with part 6 and the characters involved, I do like that. Like, again, if you brought Sydney in, we already have Kirby. We have all these like 6 or 7 people who survived, and there's like 5 new people. That's a lot of people plus Sydney. That's too much. Samara Weaving was supposed to be in 5. Scheduling conflicts took that away, so I'm glad that she's in this one to see what she's gonna bring. New characters. I'm excited for all of them because I don't know what these people are, what they're gonna bring. This is New York. Anything can happen in New York. I feel like it's like a Vegas setting. So I don't know. I'm super excited for this, you guys, and I just want to see what's going to happen, and as long as Mindy's alive, I'm good. And Kirby.
And
Terrell, I want to throw...
Huh?
Oh no, go Brad, man. You got it.
Oh no, sorry, I was going to agree with Terrell. Like with the newer generation, what are their ties with Nev Campbell?
Yeah, there's not
exactly. So they're all paying attention to Melissa Barrera and of course the wonderful Jenna Ortega. So that's why I'm okay with like Sidney Prescott not coming back, because she served her purpose, and you're pertaining to a new audience. So you have to give that new audience new characters for them to get invested, and for them to treat like the Carpenter sisters like they are Sidney Prescott.
Yeah, and I feel like they didn't pay Nev because they probably felt like, oh, hey, if we pay her all this money, whatever, we're still going to get the people in the seats. I still feel like they knew that everyone that loves Scream are still going to go. Like, Bob, when this dropped, you called me, I talked to you. You said, I'm not going to see this movie. Now look at today. You're going to see it because Nev wasn't in it. You did. Don't lie. And you're going to go see it. So everybody, y'all can complain all you want that, oh, Nev's not in this movie. But you guys are still going to go watch it. So Radio Silence, the Paramount Pictures, they're still gonna get their coin. Do you see the promo they're fucking doing for this movie? Look at this thing. All y'all want this. This is crazy.
I ordered
the
mine.
Cups, the promo.
I'm getting it in August.
Yes, there's an app now you can call people on. There's men standing on corners in suits. Like the promo is insane, you guys. New posters every day.
Oh,
they
have
got
y'all
money.
done the phone
A
call?
lot of people are pissed about Sydney not being in it, including me, but I was always going to see it. But the whole you mentioned Mindy. I do like Mindy, but Chad should have died. He got stabbed about 11
Agreed.
times.
Oh, I like Chad. That's some good eye candy. He ain't dying.
And,
Moving on. Sorry, I talked too much.
No, I was gonna say you came up with a great idea for the environment for Scream 7. Go to Las Vegas. Go sit at the tables there in the casinos. Let's do something like that. So we're ready to go.
That'll be great.
Then we're gonna put Ghostface in space.
Yeah. Oh God.
I mean, they're open up to all those city environments now, so why not? I mean, get wild with it. Yeah. But Sue, what do you think of the talent involved with Scream 6?
Well, I love Nev Campbell as well, but you know what? I'm okay with her not being in this one as well. Sorry, Bob. I know how you feel. I love her. She's my favorite final girl. She's so strong. I love like one of her last lines in 5 where she says, I'll survive. I always do. I'm like, yes, you do. You do. You always survive. That's why we love you. But Terrell is right. Going into Scream 6, it's a lot. We're changing location. It's Halloween, like Ghostface with a shotgun. Like we're going to a different level. And plus we're introducing a lot of brand new characters into this movie as well. And how would Sydney fit into New York City? Because from what I know of knowledge, she's still in California. She moved out of Woodsboro, but as far as I know, she was still in California. So why would she be in New York City? Vacationing? Yeah. Because of that really doesn't make sense. It's kind of like a lame reason for her to be there. So I'm not minding that she's not in 6. Is her absence going to be there? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I'm going to go in and I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to watch it and I'm probably going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The door is probably going to be open for her to return.
Yep.
Fingers crossed, you know?
Yeah, I hope so.
So if they take it somewhere else where it makes sense for her to be involved, then fine. Bring her back in, pay her what she deserves.
Period.
$5 million for one day's work. Done.
Yeah, they should.
Kirby, very excited about her return. It was like, wow, unexpected, because we all thought she died at the end of 4. But, you know, the little, you know, shot on YouTube and Scream 5 revealed that she was alive. So that was great. And she wanted to come back. So they wrote this part in for her. I like how she is integrated into New York City cop. So that completely makes sense. So I'm excited. I like Mindy and Chad. I agree. Chad probably should have died, but that's fine. That's fine.
He's like the Dewey.
I mean, it's not realistic that he survived, let's be honest.
Because in the first 2, Dewey technically died. He got stabbed the fuck up in the first 2 movies.
Especially the second. This is you know, the whole thing with Neve Campbell not being in it. Supposedly she was supposed to have a small part in this, hence the 4-day, like, you know, idea of having her on set. And I believe she was going to get a large part in Scream 7. That was the plan, I think. But who knows what's going to happen now with that. But I would have been all up for Sydney being the main star in Scream 7.
Yeah, definitely.
Mel, what do you think of the talent involved with Scream 6?
Well, since the conversation kind of steered towards Neve Campbell, I'll just start there. I'm okay with her not being in it as well. I feel like I kind of see this whole series as like 2 different trilogies. There's the first trilogy, and then these last 3 movies are going to be, sorry about the train. It's me. The last 3 movies are kind of like their own trilogy. So in 4, she was already kind of on her way out anyway. She didn't have like a huge chunk of that movie, and then she had even less in 5. So now I think it's okay that she's not in 6, because she's moved on. And I'm going to break more hearts here, but I feel like this is the perfect time to kill off Courtney Cox too. And then that way Scream can...
Oh my God, girl, you lost me. No, ma'am. No, I almost... my heart sunk like that man down there. I can't believe it.
I agree with that one.
Oh my God.
I want to see
Hear me out.
I bet you do, Bob, because you're coming for me because I came for you. No, Gail is amazing. Y'all crazy. He tried to come for me, girl. Shut up.
Mel is not holding any punches tonight.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No.
But
I want to record your
out.
reaction when
It's
it
like,
happens, Terrell.
I'm listening, Mel. I'm listening.
I'm listening.
This is the perfect time to let go of the old Scream so that they can start a new one, to really move on and go to Vegas if they want to, and they can do so much more. She is the last string. I mean, they don't have to kill her off. Maybe do a Sydney, she marries off and she moves or whatever and has a life, I guess. But killing her off would be more fun for me. I love her. I just, you know,
well, she actually lives in New York, so it makes sense that she's there.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe that's why the killer's there. Maybe he's going there for her. Who knows? I like the idea of keeping Neve alive. So like Brettman said, it just seems like it's opening up opportunity for her to die, and that's scary because I want her to live. I want to know that she's out there somewhere. And then like y'all said already, she can have a cameo later where you know, maybe somebody goes to her for advice, like, oh man, you know, Ghostface is back. How did you defeat him?
Gray
or whatever,
hair
you know?
Sydney. Should be gray hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So now that I, you know, killed all y'all's hearts,
you didn't kill mine.
I'm super excited for Samara Weaving. I absolutely love her. She's been in some of my fave movies, like The Babysitter and Ready or Not. Guns at Kimbo. Have you guys seen that movie?
Oh, that movie is wild.
It is wild, and I absolutely love the character she plays in that movie. So I am super excited to see who she is in this movie and what she's doing. I mean, Kirby's fine. I don't really feel anything about her either way. I don't know.
I'd rather Gail than Kirby.
3 squares go black.
I know, but I also feel like Kirby's character was kind of like a toss-in. Like the fans wanted her, and maybe she was even like an oopsie. We didn't show her die, so now people think she's alive. So let's just bring her back and kill her off.
Well, Wes
Fans
Craven
brought her
confirmed
back.
she
Yeah,
didn't
Wes
die.
Craven said she didn't die for a reason.
Yeah, it's a fan thing.
Oh,
The
for a
fans wanted her
reason.
back.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking like maybe they just brought her back for the fans, just so they're just gonna kill her off anyway. I don't know. Maybe,
there was
maybe
no
not.
guarantee. Wes Craven just said we didn't kill her off on screen for that reason. So there was. So yeah, I'm all for it. I love the idea of it. Hayden Panettiere is like a goddess. So yep.
Yeah. Plus, this is her first movie in a long time too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
sure.
I thought she had retired from acting. That's what I thought I heard. And I think she approached them and said, I want to be involved. And so they brought her in.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, Samara Weaving is really the one that I'm excited for, and I'm excited to see where this goes. The only way this will be like super exciting for me is if Ghostface is somebody epic. Like if it's just one of the cast members who are like nobody to the original, then it's not going to be that much fun. So I'm hoping
I'm saying with that.
And we'll get into that in the next question for sure.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
We'll start throwing some theories around. All right. So yeah, let me give my thoughts
really
on this
quick.
here.
Sorry, Mike. The one thing I liked about the Scream 5, the director didn't want to shoehorn Kirby's character in, so they left her out because there was no spot for her, and they didn't want to just be like, here, let's toss her in with no like output or anything like that. So I appreciate the fact that they didn't just throw her in there just to have her in there. So
they just hit her with an Easter egg, like on the like when Dead Meat was on there, and you look on the right side of the YouTube screen, there was a video with Kirby, and that was perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we'll start with Nev Campbell because that's what everybody started with. It's kind of like a Stallone in Creed 3 for me. I'm cool if he's there. I'll take it. I'll be happy with it. But that character not being there, it doesn't ruin the movie for me. So I'm like, you can make a good movie with Nev Campbell in there. You can make a good movie without Nev Campbell in there. So to me, I'm just kind of in the middle on it. Doesn't really matter to me on that point. I'm watching the movie for Jenna Ortega. I mean, she is amazing. She is like a national treasure at this point with Wednesday and X. I mean, she was just so good. So I'm literally seeing the movie for her. Like, that's the acting talent I'm really excited to see because she just gets better every time I see her. So super excited for her. Kirby, I'm kind of with you, Mel, on this one. I'm like, I'm fine with Kirby there. I never really got like the super hype for Kirby. I was never like a massive Kirby fan. I'm like, yeah, she was fine in the movie, but I wasn't like, oh, you know who we need back? We need to get more Kirby.
Exactly. Like, ain't nobody said that the first time either.
I'm like, it's fine.
I like Kirby.
No,
she was my favorite in 4.
Yeah, I don't know what show or honor.
I mean, who else?
They put 4 low.
Like female Randy.
He hated 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she a girl. That's why probably. I like girl horror nerds. What's wrong with that? But they didn't get as much praise as Randy.
Yeah.
And she's just like Randy, but Randy got more praise than Kirby. It's weird.
When she does that trivia at the end, one of the best.
Yes, that part where she named all the remakes. Y'all try to do that. I want to see all of y'all try. Yeah, no.
I don't know. I still feel like Kirby
was
was
her last house on the left, and she just goes crazy. I was like, yep.
I don't know. I still feel like Kirby was more fan service. It feels like a Marvel thing to do. Let's bring back a old character people knew. All right, who's still alive? Who's still alive in Scream here? Who's still alive? Let's bring Kirby back in. So, that's how it felt to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Same.
I'm excited. There's a lot of talent involved here. I'm happy Gail Weathers is back. I think it's cool to have a returning character, but I don't think you need everybody to return. Once again, like Nev Campbell, I think it's kind of cool if she just shows up in future movies once in a while, kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like Jamie Lee Curtis is in every Halloween. She's only in a handful of Halloween movies. So I'm okay if Nev Campbell sits, a couple of those out.
Mike, do you want to see them gut Gale?
No, I would like one character to live because at this point it would seem repetitive. I'm okay with them doing that to Dewey because it's something different and fresh. At this point, it would feel like, okay, now we're just killing off the past characters just
The
to
legacy
kill them off.
characters, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like just repeating too much with that.
I honestly think Gail's gonna. Y'all are really scared for Gail. I'm not. I think they're
Why?
Gonna keep her.
Why don't you like
because
Gail?
Gail's a
No, I
fighter.
think they're gonna keep
Gail
her.
is a
alive.
fighter.
I like Gail.
I just see her living. I don't see them killing her. at
Oh
all.
yeah, I thought you said that she was gonna die. Oh yeah,
No,
I want her to live.
I would like to see her die. I wouldn't.
Why?
Just because I think it would be cool to watch Gail get gutted.
Why?
Because
You saw her get punched. Bitch went down. Remember? So why you want to see her get? She got punched twice.
Gail's not like my.
She's been stabbed. She's been shot.
Yeah, she been shot. Yeah, she got it. You seen it.
Look, if you
Got
don't
the
have Nev
bangs.
now, then move on completely. So if you're gonna take Nev out, then move on completely. Just get rid of Gail.
Mhm.
But if you bring Nev back, then you got them too. But yeah, without Nev, go ahead, move on completely then.
All right, Bob. Well, you already started going into this question.
Yep,
so
let
let's
Bob go
continue
first.
it. Any
I don't wanna
theories
do
for
that.
Scream
Yeah.
6? What's your theories, Bob?
Yeah, Ghostface, like Ken said, is the killer.
Guess the killer or killers.
I
You
know.
don't have a
Spoiler.
guess, a wild guess. Just throw something out
Just
the wall.
guess.
Just
All
throw a
right.
name out there. We're not going to hold it
You-
against you.
stop
Just throw a
shaking your
name,
head.
any
All right,
name.
the Liana, whatever. How about her?
Why you pick her?
What you told me to throw out a name?
Why would you pick her? Oh my god.
All right, I don't think Bob knows how to play this game.
He
Terrell,
don't.
you do it
I
right.
know
Terrell,
what
you got
I
the
know.
game.
You want me to guess the killers, but
Yes.
all right, it's not going to be any of the returning characters. So like
Nope.
Chad, Mindy. I'd have but I haven't taken a deep dive into the whole cast because I don't. I want to go in really blind, to be honest with you. So I'm going to say Liana Liberato or whatever, however you pronounce her name. I'm going to go with 2 killers. Theories, maybe Samara Weaving's the opening kill, or she's the killer, one of the two.
All right, there we
Okay.
go. We got your
Nice.
predictions now. We're
That was
going to
good.
revisit those in the post game. So, Terrell,
Yes.
what do we got for the killer or killers?
Oh, I didn't think about this too much now. But I don't know. I kind of want them to go crazy. Like I kind of don't want one of these random new ones like the detective. But they are in New York and there's a shrine thing that they're with all the stuff. So how do you get all that shit unless you're a cop? So possibly y'all favorite Kirby could be like a cult leader or some shit. And maybe she went crazy and she could be the killer. And maybe there's other killers. I don't know. Or maybe Sam, her dark passenger, her Dexter dad, Billy, maybe she goes crazy and maybe she's one of them. Who knows? Because she was holding a mask. Who knows? But I don't know who the killer could be. I think those two would be pretty shocking. But they're probably going to go random and just these random new people. Like they got the kid from The Flash. I don't know. Samara. Who knows? But I don't know. I don't have a set answer, but it'd be kind of cool if it was Kirby. Opening kill. I think it is Samara. And Gail's going to live. That's my predictions.
All right, Mel, what's your predictions here?
I hope Samara isn't the opening kill. I want to see her glory throughout the whole movie. I have no idea. What I'm hoping that it's somebody from the past, kind of, and
Not
then
Stu.
they're just not obviously not Stu. But they're just keeping them off the cast list right now, so it'll be like a super surprise. I really just don't want it to be anybody part of this cast. I really want it to make sense with the story. Unless they really are trying to just let go of all that is Scream and then they're just going to make it somebody random. But I mean, that's not fun for the old viewers of the series and stuff. So I don't really know. I haven't done a deep dive into the cast either. Looking at the cast right now on Google, there's a Detective Bailey. I mean,
Yeah, I'm thinking it
Ghostface
has to be like
hasn't been a cop yet, so
Yeah, it could be a cop. So him or Kirby, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
A
so-
cop guy.
Kirby bullshit, Terrell.
Because it'll be shocking. Why wouldn't that be shock? That wouldn't be shocking to you?
No,
It would be
that's the
shocking.
Gail
I
the
think
killer
it
that
would.
It
Gail
would be
is
shocking
Kirby.
for
It would
a
be
former
shocking.
victim to become a Ghostface. That would be.
Help me
Yes.
out here,
Yeah.
anime.
Because
no,
it's
not for
been
me.
talked about a lot, and that will be shocking for me. If it's what you say, Liana Labert, what the fuck? Who is that? So
Yeah.
why would it be her? Why is she coming for Sam? That makes no sense. Like I said, make it make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. Kirby is a
who
victim.
You think's the killer then, huh? Kirby?
I answered already. It's not my turn. Listen, open
It's
your
my
ears.
turn.
Let her finish her turn.
No, what I would like to do if I would have preemptively thought of this was go back and like try and watch all the movies to see who survived in the older movies that could possibly be a killer now in New York, you know. But that would be my guess. Maybe it's a detective.
All right.
Um,
Sue,
I like that.
I know you like the who done it, so what's your
I do.
theories and guesses here?
As far as the opening, whether it be a kill or not, you never know these days. So I'm just say opening kill. I also think it's Samara Weaving.
Yes.
Because her
I do.
casting announcement was later on when they were like in the middle of filming. So I definitely think she's the opening kill because she wasn't really around as much as everyone else. So that's my guess for the opening kill. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. As far as killers, I kind of want it to be more than two because I feel like two killers has been done over and over. Yeah, three. We had one. Okay, that was a good change, little mix up. But then it went back to two. So I'm kind of hoping maybe it's three different people involved with this. I know a lot of people brought up the whole like cult of ghost faces theory.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That was supposed to be the original third ending. It was supposed to be a bunch of, you know, a cult of ghost faces. But I would say three. I would like three or maybe possibly even
maybe
four.
one
I don't know if
gets
that's too
away.
much or not.
That'd be cool.
It would
like if one gets two and then one gets away, but there was like the ringleader. That's what I was thinking. Maybe if Kirby was that.
Well, that's how Scream 2 was supposed to. They ended Scream 2, and then the last shot was Sydney walking across the quad. They were supposed to pan up to the bell tower, and there was supposed to be another ghost face there.
Oh,
so
see, that would be cool. That's what I was saying.
Exactly.
Be
I don't know why they didn't go with that for some reason, because that would make sense that was Roman looking at his work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they didn't go that route. But I would like it to be more than two Ghostface. As far as who it is, I've been trying to figure this out. But Mel's right. We haven't had a cop be, you know, like on the other side of things. So possibly the cop character. But I watch like other YouTube channels as far as like covering Scream and everything. And one of them had an interesting theory that the dad character from Ready or Not, who's in this movie, possibly maybe he's connected to Gail from the past. Because now that Nev is no longer not in this movie, maybe Gail's kind of stepping up as the primary like character. Maybe this person has a gripe against Gail, and maybe he's going after, who knows? It's just a theory, because they're around the same age, so it kind of like makes sense. So maybe someone from like her, you know, career past, you know, that has some kind of jealousy.
Yeah, what would their motive be for Sam and them? I don't know. That's something like it's kind of hard to answer this. Because I know the mom had a past too. Because in the first movie they talked about Sam and Tara's mom be like a drunk or something. She went to like Alcoholic Anonymous or something. She has a past, so maybe she's like, you know, Billy hit it and quit it. Maybe there's some issues there with Sydney. You know, I don't know. So that's why it's kind of hard to answer this question. But I'm just super excited for it. I don't want to spoil myself either. Yeah.
All right, Brett, man, what are you thinking here?
All right. I did a prediction Scream last week, so these like predictions I made are still fresh on my mind. To answer the Samara Weaving one, I hope she is not the opening kill, just because I think she's too big name of an actress just to waste her on an opening kill. But again, it is the Scream franchise, and some big names have died at the beginning of the movie, so it would make sense to do that. And plus, I feel like she is a goner, but it would disappoint me if we didn't hear a Samara Weaving scream, because she's one of the best scream queens out there. Not like the Final Girl and all that, but her actual screaming. So I would like to at least have that with her. And I like the whole idea with the three killers, like two of them get got and the other one like gets away. But I'm still going to go with the traditional two. And before I go into my traditional two, one of my two, I will have to go into a little bit of detail with the trailer. So is that okay for me to do?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay. I'm fine.
Okay, like I like the occupation of the like a detective being a killer, but I'm going to go in another direction with the beginning part of the Scream 6 trailer where Sam is talking to, I think it was her therapist. I actually think of
Mhm.
the therapist because we did not see them on screen. So that would be a
True.
great direction to go with that one.
Oh,
And plus,
wow.
the therapist knows about Sam and her dark past, and maybe to kind of learn about that dark past to mess with her and her friends and all that. So that's why I'm thinking she's one of them. And
Oh,
then I
wow.
want this to be bold with Scream 6. They need to do something bold, and what other bolder thing to do than make Tara Carpenter the second killer, with her being frustrated and mad with the events of Scream 5, with her being attacked, and with Sam unleashing that whole story about of why she was avoiding Tara at the beginning, like how everything began, and Tara could be what we call resentful, and then you could do Scream 7 be the battle of the Carpenter sisters in the 7th movie, like the final movie of that trilogy. Like one gets away, you do that, and you kind of know who the killer is, and you kind of take the Scream franchise in a very interesting and brand new direction of knowing who a killer is and following that killer.
Wow, those are great ideas, man. You
Yeah.
definitely thought those out. Yeah, this is definitely a tough one here, but I would say I don't want 2 killers again just because it's been done so much. So I'm fine with 1 killer, 3 killers, a whole group of killers. That works as well. I just want something to be very shocking in the movie. So I actually would take for the opening scene not only 1 person getting killed, but maybe multiple people, 2, maybe a group, something different. Hey, if they want to off Kirby in the first scene, I'll take that too. But yeah, for Bob's face,
Bob's about to leave.
I had to say that. I had to see Bob's reaction there. But yeah, for the killers, if I would go multiple, and I would say 3, I would go with a returning character for sure. So like Kirby or Sam, even I would take as well. I would definitely go with a new person. You guys were saying the cop. I think that sounds like a good idea as well. And then we need Stu back. I want Stu back. I've always wanted Stu back. I think that would have been great. I mean, Matthew Lillard is just such a great
Are you serious?
actor. I want Stu.
Why you want that man? He got stabbed the fuck up. He got hit. He got a heavy ass TV thrown on him.
That's all right.
He was feeling woozy, blood loss. He was skinny. Half his body, his blood was out, was
it's a horror
gone.
movie. They
I'm
can come
okay with
back
that.
unless
I
you shot in the
know.
head. You could always
I
come back.
want Stu back.
He got a
I want
TV
that
on
box
his head.
TV
His
dish
head is
shocked.
smashed.
He would have bled to death regardless. Then he got
Yeah,
dropped to
and then he got a
TV.
TV thrown on, and he got nicked in the balls, kicked in the ball. Girl, he did.
It's a horror movie,
Terrell.
okay?
Thank
It's all
you.
right. And you know what?
Y'all were just complaining about height differences, and y'all want a man who's literally dead to come back.
I'm okay with it. I'm totally
Oh
okay
my
with it. And I think
God.
we need somebody.
You
if we're
can't
gonna have a
win.
group of
Terrell,
people,
if that happens, are you going to be like?
I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna go record. I'm gonna go record live. So if you see
I
me
will
going
be
live
too.
on Thursday,
Terrell, let me in on
watch,
that.
tune
I'm in
in.
the middle of this
Okay.
movie.
I'm gonna
Stu
be.
came back, and I'm
I'm gonna be mad.
Let me in on
My
that
thought-
live stream with
Yes.
you, so we could go off.
Yes.
together on that.
Period.
Oh, shit.
all right. Well, my thought is if we're gonna have multiple killers, multiple people, a group, they're gonna follow somebody. Who are you gonna follow? Like
Kirby.
I think it's Kirby.
Yep.
I mean, I would
Because
be
she's
okay
smart.
with
She's
that.
a
I
film
would be
fanatic. She'll know
okay
how to
with
get
that.
out of this.
But I don't know if
Can
she
you help
has
me
that
out here with this
influence.
Kirby bullshit
Stu
down there?
has the influence. you
Better
know,
than
Stu has a
Stu.
lot of fans out there,
That's true.
so I would like to see Stu as the leader with that.
Oh my God, Mike.
And I
know
do
I'm
want to
kind of-
point. I do want to point out something to.
Okay, Sue.
I'm kind of with Mike just a little bit because hold on, Terrell. I'm just pointing out facts, okay? Because in Scream 5, Stu is referenced many times. He is brought up many times.
Because
his
it was a
nephew,
requel.
his
They were-
okay, Bob,
they
stop
were
shaking
taking
your
it
head.
back to
Just
the
let me explain
original.
for a second. His nephew is killed. They bring up not once but twice the fact that Stu is not remembered as being one of the killers in the very first movie. Everyone always assumes it's just Billy. And they brought it up twice in that movie. So, I mean, this movie is coming out very quickly. The writers knew what they wanted to do. I wouldn't be surprised, is all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if he popped up.
Maybe
Because
that's why
it
the
is
mask is
referenced
so
by-
dingy because it's old.
Yeah. Well,
That's
actually,
awesome.
I heard
That's a
about
great
the
idea,
story
yeah.
about that mask, but I again don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Yeah, exactly. So I want
I'd like to
let's be
entertain this.
respectful about
What
that.
Terrell said about Kirby being like the third ringleader in like the fourth one, and then she got away. So maybe she's just following them to New York. I don't know. That's an interesting take on it. That there was actually three, and she lived.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Because she
see
was
something
really
like
close with Charlie and Jill in that movie as well. I don't know. I
Yeah.
was just trying to think of something that would be shocking, and
that would be shocking.
Yeah.
And because in that movie it was like family pitted against each other.
And
So
a lot of
maybe
fans-
in the sixth one she goes and she pits the
Well,
two
y'all
sisters
saw the
against each other.
YouTube,
That could be
like, with the Kirby thing, it had Stu and it said, "Is the real Stu Macher still alive?" Y'all saw that, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I think that's just like to poke fun at the fans who
Yeah.
want it to go back.
And then the
I don't
Kirby
think
on the
it's
side too, that was kind of like what Jill wanted. Jill wanted the fame and the interviews and all that, and kind of Kirby got that. So Kirby's the final, she survived that. So
She survived.
maybe she's that, but she got what she wanted. She got the fans or whatever. I don't know. It would have been interesting. So that's just So it could
Yeah, I
be
don't-
Stu. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think any of those
Stu and Kirby.
those reveals would be shocking. The only shocking reveal would be like if Nev Campbell was the killer, but that would be a terrible idea. So I don't want to see that. But it would be shocking.
terrible.
I
It would
think
be
that'd break the
shocking,
fans'
but
heart.
it would completely hurt the franchise. But could you imagine that, Bob? What if that was revealed?
That'd be terrible. And Mel said,
You're like, I'm not even gonna entertain that
Stu-
idea.
Stu and Kirby, what? Come on.
They're dating,
It's
and
gonna
you
be
know.
all three now.
They're
It's gonna be
dating.
Kirby, Nev Campbell are together. You got
Y'all
Stu
are
in the
all going
mix,
off the
like a
rails with
third
that.
love triangle. It's gonna be everything Bob doesn't want. That's what's
Yeah.
gonna
But he wants Liana Labiardo to win. That's so crazy. Who
I'll
is
be
this?
like the guys who wanted a remake or them to redo Halloween Ends already. If that happens in Scream 6.
you're gonna start the petition, Bob?
Yeah, I'll start the petition if Sydney's the killer. When people were saying that for Scream 5, I thought that was the dumbest idea anybody's ever come up with.
Yeah.
Dumber than the Stu thing.
It seems like everyone says that. They're like, Sydney's the killer. I'm like, Sydney would never be the killer. That is just the dumbest idea.
What
ever.
if Sydney's
Yeah,
the
because
killer?
it beats the whole purpose of her character.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, but see, she was dating Billy, but she always had a thing for Stu, and now Stu's dating Kirby, so now Sydney's the killer, and she wants to kill them.
The
No.
Stu that's always had the thing.
It's
So
just
good
like
rampage.
Halloween Ends with the weird romances in there. It's just
Why would they
Right?
romance now? You and Mel talking about romance.
Hey, you never know. Maybe they'll have a cameo from Corey in there. You never know.
Love triangle.
Evil dies tonight.
Dale
Yeah,
dies
there you
tonight,
go.
Evil dies tonight.
Can you imagine that? Actually, like you have a group of Ghostface, and at the end, they all take off their mask, and it's all like from other horror movies, like different actors.
Oh my
That'd be
God.
kind of an interesting nod.
we getting off the rails here with this. I'm sorry.
That's what's
I'm
fun about
sorry.
it.
I'm thinking like
It's probably
That's
just
crazy.
The cop.
we're getting more.
Yeah, it's probably just the cop.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah,
cop.
thank you, Sue. It's the cop. Let's go back to that.
We're like fighting with each other about this. It's just gonna be the cop. That's it.
I just want to
Period.
keep saying it's Sydney because it bugs Bob so much.
Thanks, Mel. I appreciate it.
All right, we got double feature. Putting in a lot of comments here. Just hoping that Melissa Barrera has worked on her acting.
I
game
agree.
this week. Of course,
Yeah.
I love that Samara Weaving will be there. Mindy is a fave. I love
Mhm.
Jasmine Savoy Brown.
Mhm.
I think Nev is definitely worth more than $2 million, especially
Yeah.
when you look at the cumulative amount of films have grossed. That's the thing with horror as a genre. It's one genre where you aren't really dependent on a final girl or a specific person for them to be successful. Horror as a whole gets butts in the seat.
Yep.
Mel, no to Gail. Blasphemy.
Aw.
Protect Gail at all costs.
They
Period.
love Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah, the killer could really be anyone. I agree that it shouldn't be anyone from the core group. From the trailer, it looks like it'll be multiple ghost faces.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you want to earn extra money on a movie, if it's allowed, I don't know how this stuff works. Maybe you'll know more than I do. But become a producer, right? Like if Nev Campbell became a producer on Scream 6, I'm sure she would earn some extra money doing that.
Yeah,
I
and
see
they can write stuff into the contract too,
Yeah.
right? Make money based off of how much it gross. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I just see that happen a lot with actors and actresses. They'll be one of the producers, which is going to earn them extra money. If it earns, and something like Scream, is going to earn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like what Bruce
as a
Campbell
producer,
does with Evil Dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna, you're taking a chance as a producer. I understand that, funding a movie, but movies like Scream, franchises, right? Marvel, it's gonna make money.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and as a producer, if she came on as a producer, she would have that creative input, to say where she thinks it should go, because producers do that as well. So she would be able to put in, where she thinks what should happen.
Yeah.
Or she was just kind of done with the series, and the easy way out is just ask for a ridiculous amount of money, and then they don't want to pay it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she just doesn't want to do it anymore, and they wouldn't stop ringing her bell. So she's finally like, all right, I'll do it for $20 million.
Yeah.
For
You know what I mean, though?
And it
Like,
just shuts them up. I get it.
And
Yeah.
Kirby's just like, take me. I want some
she's
money.
like, I'll
It
do
is
it
a
for
direct
an
deal.
hour.
Or
a lot of
the
people
directors
said-
could have potentially offered her less money, not wanting her to come back.
True. I mean, I don't know. I think they wanted her back. They just didn't want to pay her. But I know a lot of people have said, like, if people are hoping for a cameo, I don't know that's going to happen, because she had a TV show, right, or something like that, a pilot episode. She's got a movie she's doing. She's got a ton of stuff she's doing.
She booked and busy, Bob. Booked and
Yeah.
busy. Mm-hmm.
All right. On that note, Brett, man, what gets you most excited or worried about Scream 6?
Well, excited is just the whole setting of New York, because they can go in so many cool directions. So I'm so looking forward to seeing. And plus, it has a $35 million budget, so they could do a lot. And I'm a what we call a like one of my guilty pleasure movies is Jason Takes Manhattan. It's just unfortunately it didn't get the budget to do all the things they wanted to do with the whole New York setting,
But
or
it has
what
the
we
best
call
kill.
the Vancouver setting.
The head rolling kill with the punching, that's the best kill.
Oh yeah, there's so many different directions that the Scream franchise can do that like the Friday the 13th could not. So I'm looking forward to that. But honestly, I'm not really worried about anything unless if they just do like something just so unscream like. But I feel like Radio Silence has done a really good job respecting the Scream franchise. So honestly, I'm not really worried about anything with Scream 6 at this time. I just have to wait until after Thursday.
Yep. Yeah, that will definitely tell for sure. Mel, same question to you. Will get you excited or worried about this movie?
I'm just excited to have another Scream movie. I'm excited to just sit down and watch Ghostface do his thing. I just been waiting since Scream 5, so to get Scream 6 is just it's exciting all on its own to just be able to go to the theater. I'm worried that it's going to be terrible. I'm worried that this is going to be the downfall of the franchise. I'm worried they're going to do like 5 more that are just epically bad. But all people worry about that when they're talking about their favorite franchise and that kind of thing. But like Brettman said, only time will tell. We'll see.
Oh, I will take that back real quick. I am worried about one thing. It's the diehard Nev Campbell fans that are going to hate Scream 6 just because she's not in it and how she's misportrayed. And that's not fair on the movie with a lot of people putting a lot of hard work into it. I want people to go in not thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean,
yeah, Bob.
I think that no, I'll be okay. I think
Bob will be the first Rotten review on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, I'm more of adult. Like I appreciate movies, not just the actor or actress. I mean, yes, she's a part of the reason I fell in love with the franchise, but I've heard some people bashing Creed because of no Sylvester Stallone, and that was still a good movie. So I get what you're saying. I think that's a concern for sure.
All right. Anything else that worries you, Bob, or gets you excited about the movie?
Yeah, I mean, just how they handle everything. I mean, I'm extremely excited for this. It's got to be my most anticipated movie. I remember it's funny because looking back, I'd say like when I was a kid, Scream 3 was my most anticipated movie, and then I was never more excited for a movie than Scream 4, and then probably Scream 5, and now Scream 6, maybe Crawl. I was pretty excited for that, but. Yeah, I'm just overly excited to see this and find out what happens, who's going to live, who's going to die, how they're going to play it out, who's going to be the killer. does it set up a new one, a seventh one, things like that? Will Nev Campbell have a cameo? Will Gale live or die? There's so many things that go into it, and just seeing what they do with it, because they got a big cast, like y'all were saying. Samara Weaving, I mean, some really good stars in this. Stars, if you want to call them that, but yeah.
All right, Sue, what gets you excited or worried about this one?
Everything exciting. I'm not too worried. I guess my number one worry is that the killers would be lame, kind of like, or too obvious, like Richie and Amber, like that's kind of like my biggest worry, I guess. But there's just so many elements that I'm looking forward to with this one. Like Bob was saying, like what's going to happen with Gale and being in New York City, completely different location on Halloween. That's never been done before, Scream happening on a holiday. So that's an interesting aspect. And Ghostface being more in public, with people that are not connected to everything going on, like in the subway and on the in the bodega and everything. So I'm just looking forward to it all.
All right, and Terrell,
Yes.
what gets you excited and worried?
I'm super excited for everything. I'm excited for the chase scenes, number one, because I like that. And I'm ready for a brutal ass Ghostface. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited that there's a lot of potential victims. So hopefully more people die in this one. I'm excited for that. And I'm just worried that Gail's gonna die. That's it. I don't want Gail to die. So I'm worried about that. Everything else is fine. I'm excited. I just want to eat up whatever they give me. So I'm ready.
All right, so I definitely have a lot of worries going into this movie. Sue, like you were saying with the killers, I hope they're not too obvious. Like Scream 5, I couldn't guess them personally, but Scream 4, Emma Roberts, I'm like right away. So hopefully it's not that, but with this giant cast and all the talent involved, I think they'll probably do a good job keeping that under wraps and keep the guessing game going back and forth. I'm also worried. I'm always worried with Scream movies. Do we get too meta? Now, they've done a good job of balancing it well. But like, if you've seen Matrix 4, that went super meta. And I'm like, what is this? So I hope Scream never goes that meta because that was ridiculous. And then I'm excited for the differences here. The environment being in the city, that can add a lot to it. I am excited to see hopefully multiple Ghostface here. The shotgun thing does get me both excited and worried because I'm like, okay, we're changing it up. That's exciting. But now is Ghostface going to be too overpowered? Because I always like the Ghostface because he's kind of clumsy. He's falling over stuff. He's not super overpowered. I mean, he's just going to stab people for the most part. So hopefully they keep that. So just balancing out everything that's great about Scream, but just changing up things a little bit here and there that make it fresh still. That's what gets me most excited.
Yeah.
The whole Gale thing too, I'll leave this with like you guys, but with the legacy characters, if you kill Gale and Sydney's not in the movie, who's there to kind of feel that impact of Gale's death? Like none of the new characters really know who she is or really care about her, I guess. So I just don't see the point necessarily or how it would fit into the story if she does die, I guess, because who's gonna like be like, oh, come check on her or see it, you know what I mean? Like what?
They won't. It'll just be like the
That's a good
fans
point.
watching it are gonna be more, but the people in the movie, I don't think so. That's a good point. Yeah. So.
Well, and to that point though, what is Gail even doing in this movie?
Yeah, I mean,
because like even if she lives, nobody's gonna be like, oh, where's Gail?
Yeah, I mean, unless like you said, somebody's coming. The story almost revolves around trying, the Ghostface is coming out there to kill her, like you said, somehow. I don't know.
Well, I would assume opening kill is going to happen. Gail is still reporting in New York. They moved to New York, so it's obvious that's the reason why she's there, because she lives there. So I would just assume she goes to report on what's going on, and that's probably where their paths cross, maybe like hers with Sam and Tara. And they goes forward from there. I don't know. That's my assumption of how.
I wonder if she's like writing another book, maybe, and she's doing a book tour in New York.
That could be it too.
Nev Campbell did say write a book, but about Dewey instead.
Not about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if she's the opening kill?
Oh, I was about Mel. I was just
That's
about
what
to
I
say that.
wanted.
Quit,
That's what I
quit getting in
wanted.
my
Oh,
mind.
like in like some news.
What a big
office
twist
or
that would
something
be.
on
Right?
TV
Well, if that
live.
happens, Terrell's walking out of the theater and saying "fuck this." So
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to,
Oh, wait, actually, sorry. I'm just thinking about it. That won't happen because I just remember 7 from the trailer. So
fine.
sorry.
man
I'm
is
just
a-
going to keep it
I
at
was
that.
about to explain why this is a great idea, but now I won't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry to be a buzzkill, Mel.
All right. All right. So I don't keep you all here too long. Let's get through those last couple questions here. So question 9, how do you think the movie will do at the box office? We know it's a budget of 35 million. Sue, I know you like talking those box office numbers.
I
How's
do every
Scream
Sunday.
6 going to
Oh
do?
wow. Okay.
Let's see. Well, I already heard that the advanced ticket sales are the highest of the entire franchise so far.
Oh.
So that is a good sign. It's very much anticipated. I think opening weekend, I'm gonna say 40 to 45 million.
Damn. I could see that 1000%.
Me too.
And I think
Yeah.
that will be the best out of any Scream movie, right?
Yeah. Because I think Scream 5 was the highest to date so far. And I think that opened with about 30 or 32, something like 30 to 35 million, I think it opened with. So I think this one's going to be a little bit higher.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Terrell, what do you think of the numbers here?
I think the numbers are going to be probably the best. They're probably going to beat 5. I agree with Sue. I got my tickets for Thursday and Sunday. So if that speaks to anything, I'm ready. And they have the 3D and the 40X stuff to it, and that adds more dollar value to the tickets. So that's going to definitely throw it up there. So yeah, Scream 6 is probably going to be the top dog this weekend. I'm excited.
All right. And Brett, man, what are you thinking?
I think it's definitely going to earn its money back and way more. And do not be surprised if Sunday or Monday they go ahead and greenlit Scream 7.
Yeah.
I'm fully on expecting that. But yeah, definitely this movie is going to gain a lot of success. And it's mainly due, again, thanks to an interesting setting in New York and leaving everything of like just the curiosity of what's going to happen next. And of course, Jenna Ortega getting butts and seats, especially with the Jenna Ortega we have now.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, expect record numbers in the Scream franchise.
Yeah, people love her.
All right. And Mel, what are you thinking?
I disagree with everybody. I feel like this is going to be a blowout. I feel like with all the things that they're already doing, like Terrell said, with the popcorn buckets and stuff like that, like people are super excited about this. I feel like what Sue said, it's going to top all the other movies. I can't give a number because I don't really know, that much about box office stuff, but yeah, I agree. I think it's going to reel it in.
Well, I know somebody who loves the numbers and is always talking all sorts of numbers. Bob, what do you think?
You talk numbers, Bob?
I'm just joking, Bob.
I was about to say, I was
confused.
confused. Mega Mike, the jokes did not land with that.
I'm like, are you serious right now?
40,
You're trying to
47,
be the funny one tonight, Mike. Come on.
47 million, I'll say. I think it's going to do well
really
with
good.
the promotion.
You came with a number.
I thought they were promoting the hell out of this in the best possible way. So a lot of trailers, a lot of people talking about it. Terrell talked about it like 2 hours ago. Literally, people standing on the corners, Ghostface everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think the popcorn tins, they were releasing those, which pissed a lot of people off because they were putting them out a lot earlier. And they announced them like that day and people missed out. So it's a good thing they allowed us to order them online. We got to wait till August, Terrell.
Yeah.
But
it's just people were buying them in bulk. They didn't cut them
Yeah,
off. Like my
exactly.
theater,
Yeah.
I have friends that work there. A guy bought 10 to 12, almost a case. And I'm like, wow.
And there's
they
a guy
let
on eBay who had, it might have been 20 or 25 of them.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
So,
see?
and
Yeah, they should have limited them.
We're going to talk about scalpers on Wednesday, but yeah, because I can't stand scalpers. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, I'm 47 to, I'll say 44 to 47 million. I think it's going to fall right in that range, U.S. opening weekend. So.
Oh, that's a great number. Yeah, they'll definitely be happy with that. That Scream 7 will be green lighted right away, like you were saying.
I don't think a movie, I don't think any of the Screams since Scream have made over 100 million US in its entire run. Scream 2 might have. I know Scream 3 was like 89 or 91. I think this, and with Scream 5, it just missed 100 million US.
I think it just barely missed it.
Yeah, it missed
so, yeah, I think this is going to clear 100 million in its entire run in the US alone. I'm a US guy. I go by that when I look at numbers.
Ooh, in the US alone. I'm thinking globally it absolutely will, but for the US, I think it'll miss it again.
No, I think it's going to make it this time.
Okay.
It's tough because there's a lot of great movies coming out in March, right around the corner. John Wick Chapter 4.
Wick, yes.
You know, like major competition.
Yes.
I mean, trust me, I want this movie to make 100 million absolutely just domestically, but I'm cross fingers.
Yeah.
And plus, we also don't have like the global bastard like affecting movie sales and everything like that. Sorry, that's why I call COVID is the global bastard. So I don't think that like we don't have that into play in theater ticket purchases and all that.
And there is some competition this weekend. Don't forget 65 comes out as well.
Yep.
That
dinosaur
action movie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like,
anybody checking for no dinosaur, Adrian Brody. His nose alone is scary. He might be a dinosaur. That's the twist. That big ass nose.
That comes out next week.
I'm excited for that movie too. I'll probably.
I'm excited for that one too.
I'm gonna watch it, but girl, it's about Scream. We're talking about Scream.
I know.
Let's talk the numbers here, okay? Because
that's gonna blow. 65 should have came out later. Like,
oh yeah,
they should have pushed that back.
Pick the worst date it could. I mean,
jokes
March,
aside, I do want to see that.
With competition, though, I mean, if you're, a movie like this. Is Shazam and John Wick a ton of competition because it's a complete?
I don't think Shazam is competition, especially now that they're
completely
reorganizing the DCEU and everything. Shazam is no. I didn't even see a trailer for Shazam until like last week or something. So I mean, the only competition right now at like major is John Wick.
John Wick 4. I agree. Oh, so you're good at this.
It's a completely different movie though, and then it's got a whole nother,
different genre. So it's counter programming.
Yeah.
But still, you do have those people that go to the theaters like once a month, or I mean, most people don't go to the theaters twice in 1 week. I mean, I do.
We do.
A lot of people are
I would.
Oh, let me go twice this weekend to all the new openings. So it could take a little bit away. And what does worry me is it's the most expensive Scream movie yet. $35 million budget. And then you throw on all the marketing. Yeah, it was great marketing, but that's not cheap. That costs money.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's at least another $100 million in marketing. So it has to make at least 135 million.
Yeah. This movie has to make some money. So I think it will. I think it will be profitable in the long run for sure. And I think it is going to have a good opening weekend. I'm probably right around where you guys are at. I would say 40 on the low end. I would say probably about 45. But if it gets anywhere near 50, that is definitely a major win. And they're making sequels. They're definitely making some sequels. Absolutely. But I mean, this movie just has everything going for it. Like you guys said, Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
I mean, the casting director from Scream 5 is like, I made the right decision on Jenna Ortega. I mean, oh my goodness.
You won the lottery with that one.
I think sometime in late April, early May, we're going to hear an announcement of a sequel. Because I think the last one was, a couple weeks after they kind of announced it. So I could see it.
In there,
yeah, I think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen opening weekend, but I think sometime in May they're going to be like, that's it. We're going to greenlight another Scream movie. Especially,
I think we'll hear about it in April, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna. I mean, if it's successful, try to do a Scream movie every year, kind of like how Saw was doing a movie every year.
And Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully that doesn't decrease the quality, though. I'd rather them take their time for sure. But.
Yeah, and to let it breathe too, because that's very important for it to do. That was one of my concerns with Scream 6 being released so quickly. It doesn't give time to breathe. But I'm actually okay with this one. But with Scream Scream 7, I do want it to breathe a little more than Scream 6.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this movie is going to do well just in general, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm seeing more people going out to the theaters now, like a lot more this year. Like, even going to movies I don't think are going to be as popular, I still see a lot more people in the auditorium. So is that just me, or are you guys seeing more people out to the theaters this year?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot
Cocaine
more.
Bear was packed. It was a packed theater when I saw Cocaine Bear.
Me too. Mine was packed. Yep.
Yep.
All right, so now with that in mind, let's see if we got anything in the comments here. We got Huck saying, yes, stay away from Gail.
Yes.
Saying Scream 5 opened with 30,
Oh, they got
about
the
30
numbers.
million.
30 million. Okay.
And that movie was made cheaper, though. I'm trying to think of the budget, but it was
24 million.
too. Yeah.
How much?
24,
You knew the numbers?
24
Oh.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double saying Sue is right. I do expect Scream to dominate this weekend, but I'll probably see a drop off the following week due to new releases like John Wick. Yeah, that's the thing with March is you got those opening weekends.
The thing with horror movies in general, though, they always drop off. Some I mean, you know, back in the day it was worse, but I mean, horror movies always have the biggest drop offs of anything else. So they just have a huge drop.
But if it's the only horror movie, it can have some legs because Megan had some legs. It was still raking in some money over the long run. So,
and this is a Scream movie. It's such a well-known franchise. It's so beloved by so multiple generations now. So I think it's gonna last a little bit. It's gonna pull in money week after week.
Well, if Smile can make as much as that did, then Scream deserves to make.
Yeah, Smile had
over
excellent
$200
marketing.
million.
All right, so let's look at our final question here. Now that we've done our pregame, how would you rank your level of excitement for this movie? And you can give it on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's go with Bob. What's your excitement? Are you at a 10 on this one?
It's a 10, yeah. This week it's a 10. I cannot wait for this. I was so excited for the last one. One of my friends is watching it right now, and he's like, "What's your damn seat? I've been asking you." So,
wait, he's watching Scream 6 right now.
No, he's watching this Scream, but he was talking shit because he couldn't.
Like he already got into Scream 6.
No, but he was talking shit because he couldn't write a comment in here. So, but anyways, yeah, you know,
membership,
all poking fun here. But yeah, no, he's excited too, and I think we're gonna go together. So. Yeah, I can't wait for Scream. I'm very excited for it. I'm just, like I said, excited to see what happens and talk about it with everybody. That's one of the funnest parts of it is just discussing it and getting to revisit it and looking forward to seeing what that Steelbook artwork looks like too.
June.
Yeah.
Release June.
All right, Terrell. Where's your
turn.
excitement level?
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm hell excited for this. I'm a 10, 10, 10s across the board. I took the day off of work, and I'm ready. I got my tickets for Thursday, the fan event. I want my poster. I'm going to be all dressed up in Ghostface-like. I'm ready. I'm super excited for this, 10 out of 10, and I'm excited. I've been posting about this every freaking day for the past, year? And, yeah, I don't know. 10 out of 10. I'm really excited for this. So,
all right, Thursday. Brett, man, are you at a 10 as well?
I'm an 11 out of 10 if that's possible.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm super excited. This is my most
one up us. Okay, all right.
I know.
I'm sorry, I can't help it, but no, I'm super excited. Of course, 10 out of 10. This is my most anticipated horror movie of the year. Number 2 anticipated movie of the year. Can't wait to see again the New York saying these new characters of what's going to happen next. I'm just excited for all of it and just the future of Scream in general because this Scream 6 movie is going to play a big factor for the rest of the future of the Scream franchise.
Oh yeah, like if it's successful and people love it, they're probably going to keep going more broad and more wild in locations. But if it's not so good, I mean, people don't like it, they're probably going to try to bring it back more classic. So
exactly.
All right, Mel, what's your excitement level here?
12?
13? No, I'm super excited. I'm at a 10. I need to see who's under the mask. Like that. I hate to say that that's what I'm the most excited about, but honestly, I mean, it is. But yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait.
All right, Sue, where are we at? Are we
Obviously,
at a 10 as well?
10.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always excited, but then once I saw that full-on trailer, it went even higher.
Oh,
I was
really?
Like, yes, I cannot wait to see this. I'm so pumped to see this movie. So I'm looking forward to Friday at 2:00.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so I'm not going to be at a 10 on this one. I know you guys are all at 10s here, but I'm going to just temper the expectations just a little bit. I think I'm going to go with an 8. An 8's a very solid, very excited number. But like I said, I do have some things I'm worried about. Also, it's the 6th movie in a horror franchise. Like we said, we've seen some decline in other horror franchises at that point. I mean, Curse of Michael Myers. I mean, we remember this. So, yeah, I'm still a little bit worried, but the trailers look promising. The talent looks promising. So what I've seen, I like so far, but I think it's going to come down. How does the killers play out? Like, what are the reveals? Does it catch me off guard? Do they do something really unique and different? And that can get me above an 8 at that point. So we'll definitely see. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are all excited, though.
I am. I'm ready.
Even more
Yeah.
Is it Thursday yet, y'all?
I know, right?
God, I wish.
And who hopes their theater is jam-packed in Ghostface outfits like in Scream 2?
Oh,
Oh
not like
my
that, girl. I
gosh.
still,
I would
not
be-
my
I would
first
be
viewing.
afraid.
You had me
No,
until that.
I would be
don't
afraid.
want that.
No, I ain't got time for that.
Made
I'm
a
gonna be
bad experience
focused.
with Cocaine Bear, and I don't need to get in any fights.
What,
with
was someone
anybody.
dressed up like a bear, Bob, or what?
No, it's just everybody was happening the whole time. Like this guy was having a conversation with the movie. He's, I can't stand that. Stay at
Oh, I
home.
mean neither.
Take that shit elsewhere, man. Come on.
And ooh. All right.
Well, on that note, let's have everybody close out their channels, say anything they would like. So, Bob, what do we got going on?
Scream coming up. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be on Dell's channel. Wednesday, I've got a big stream coming up on the state of physical media. We're going to discuss all things physical media, send in some questions, things like that. But yeah, I've got a great group of guys. And then Thursday, the Creed post-game stream. But yeah, the following week, I think I'm live Monday through Thursday. And then the week after that, Monday through Thursday. For like the next month, I'm live Monday through Thursday. So whether I'm a guest,
Crazy man.
You're busy.
Mel,
You're
I've
streaming.
seen you do that before too. So
All right.
All right, Terrell, what do we got
Nice.
going on?
Yeah, so Blu-ray Tuesday with Terrell. That'll be dropped Thursday, and we've been starting something new where we premiered the episode live, so everyone can be in the chat and talk. And it's been super fun. I'm like doing that. Also have some other little episodes coming in with rank franchises, like unknown franchises, not unknown, but ones that not a lot of people talk about. That's coming soon too. Overlook Theater. But yeah, so also what else? The Unnamed Footage Festival. Mega Mike, I try to get you to come out, so I still hope you and Anna can. I got you. Come through, come watch some of the movies, come meet the filmmakers. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, there's that coming up, so it's pretty busy. Scream, I'm looking forward to, and I'm gonna be on a live stage with Peaches Christ and their podcast. They're doing a live podcast, and they reached out to me to be on stage with them, and we're gonna talk about Fright Night 1985. So I'm super nervous for that, but excited, and that's at March 27th. So if you guys in the Bay Area, come support. It'll be really fun. I'm nervous, but I think I can do it. So that's what I'm doing now, and yeah. Follow everybody here, and thank you for having me, you guys. Mega Mike for reaching out, and follow everybody on the panel. You guys are all awesome.
Terrell, that's a badass poster of the Freddy vs. Jason behind you.
Oh yeah, It's signed. Yep.
All right, so Brett, man, what do we got going on?
Oh man, so much going on this week. My co-host, he has a birthday this week, so we're going to do a birthday stream for him tomorrow, like for a live Q&A. And of course, this is Scream Week, so we're going to be releasing a bunch of Scream 6 videos along with a franchise ranking. And then Strangers Pray at Night has a 5-year anniversary on Thursday, but I'm going to see Scream 6 Thursday, obviously. So Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, we're going to be having a Strangers Pray at Night watch party, and we're going to bring some special guests along for that. And yeah, it's just so much coming up on the channel, and I want to thank everyone for having me on here tonight. It was really an honor, and it's great to meet other Scream fans out there too. It's a real honor.
Yo, The Strangers Pray at Night's highly underrated. I love that.
So
I like that movie.
underrated. One of the best scores in the horror genre.
All right, My Killer Podcast. What do we got going on?
Hey. Well, I drop random videos throughout the week and all of that stuff. I have some live stream things coming up. I don't really remember what they are, but if you're not following me on YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram. I usually try and promote all the streams and things that I'm doing there. So yeah, check it out.
Nice.
And thank you for having me on. This was fun.
Watch Scream 5.
Yeah, she got homework.
I need to watch
At least before Scream 6, you gotta watch it.
I'll watch it and then I'll hit you guys up and I'll,
There you
I'll
go.
let you know
Yep.
if I change my mind.
That'll be awesome. Yep.
All right, let's go to Sue. What do we got going on?
Thank you so much, Mike, for having me on. I'm passionate about movies, but Scream I'm extra passionate about. So thank you so much for having me on here. I cannot wait to see this movie this weekend. Movies ensue here on YouTube. I am planning on having some Scream themed videos coming out. I'm planning on doing a ranking and just an overall like collection video of everything I have of Scream. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And follow me over on Twitter and also on Instagram.
Nice.
All right. And everybody's links are in the description below, audience. So definitely go visit their channel, give them a subscribe, and most importantly, watch their amazing video content. They all have great, unique videos that are a whole lot of fun. And of course, these are like the biggest Scream fans in the world. So if you're a Scream fan, go show them some love. Absolutely. But I do want to thank these panel members for joining me tonight. You guys had great insights into the Scream franchise. It was awesome to hear all your thoughts and get this excitement going in our pregame. And you know what? I think I'm at a 9 excitement now. Just because of my
it went
member.
up
You guys brought it up. You guys brought it up 1 point to a 9. So I'm definitely ready for Thursday here. I'm very excited for this.
Nice.
But yeah, thank you, audience, as well, for joining in today. And thank you for the moderators and members that were leaving comments in the chat. And the comments will be open backed up to everybody for the next live show. I just wanted to limit it tonight because I didn't want to risk spoilers for Scream 6. I didn't want the movie ruined for anybody. So you will definitely be able to comment on the next live stream, which will be the Creed 3 post-game stream on Thursday night. So same, well, it'll be like a half an hour later, so 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, but that's going to be a lot of fun, so you definitely want to join in that. That's going to be a spoiler-filled discussion, so make sure you've seen Creed 3 first before you join in on that, or if you don't care about spoilers, have at it. But then the following Monday is going to be the Poplars Award Show, which is right after the Oscars, basically the day after. So we're going to be celebrating those popular genres that don't get really looked at the Oscars. You guys love horror movies out there. Well, that's some of the genres we're going to be celebrating: action, comedy, superhero movies. Yes, it's going to be totally all the popular genres, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to hand out trophies, so it's going to be a great time. And Sue's going to be on that too. I mean, Sue is going to be on my channel like 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, wow, Sue.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. And then our Scream 6 post-game show will actually be the following Monday after that. So you get plenty of time to go see Scream 6. You can probably actually see it a couple times within that. So you'll definitely be able to join in on the spoiler discussion. And once again, all the comments are going to be open up, so everybody will be able to chat with that. But no, it is going to be spoilers. So just make sure you've seen the movie first before then. But there we go. That's what I have for my channel. You guys know I'm dropping videos all the time, whether it's physical media topics, deal videos, all that fun stuff. For my members this week, I will do a Scream 6 review. But thank you, everybody, for the super chat tonight, all the great conversation. And until the post game, we'll be right back.
Oh, bye.